Holy shit! Chat, don't order fried rice before stream. I forgot how full rice makes people, and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It sneaks up on you, man! It sneaks up! Oh my god! It's like perfectly normal to eat, and then as soon as you like you eat it, like an hour later, it feels like your stomach just fucking imploded. Holy shit! I forgot. I hate the feeling of being full, dude. I do not like being full. Fullness is like an enemy to me. Fuck me. Holy shit, are you dying? No, I ate rice and it expanded in my stomach. Jesus Christ. I just had grilled cheese with ketchup. I hate Canada. I despise Canada. Fuck you, Canada. Wow. Oh boy. We're waiting for Limes to throw a call towards me so we can set up. And then we can get started. So sit tight, listen to the music. No worries. God damn! Holy shit! I need it. I'm never ordering rice for a while ever again. You know what the best feeling is? When you're like when you eat like half a meal and then you just leave it there. I need to eat like half of every meal for just like the rest of my life. That feeling when you like haven't eaten all day and then you have like, I don't know, you have a couple of bites of food and then it keeps you going, but you're not full. That's nice. That's a good feeling. You're not full, but you're not empty either. It's like halfway. Never eat till you're full. That shit feels awful. God damn. Yeah, you know, I'm starting to think that I just have bad luck with food in general. That's called wasting money? No. I ordered peanut curry fried rice and then peanut curry because the place I order from gives small sizes, and then I ate half of both and then fell into a food coma even though I only had half of both. I technically had one meal and somehow it has affected me this greatly. What the fuck, man? Jesus Christ. Anyways, chat, I'm gathering up the energy for today. I definitely think I'm taking a day off next week. You might not see me on Monday because I woke up today feeling like I didn't even know if I was going to be able to go through with this stream. But don't worry, I'm pulling out all the stops to make sure my energy stays high for a great porcelain parlor. Just don't expect much next week. I don't know what's happening on Monday. Holy shit. No Monday, Tuesday? No, Tuesday is definitely a no next week. I got, I know I'm going to be in a collab, but I don't know if I'm going to stream on Monday. Next week is the big old Halo marathon for my birthday. Next week is my birthday. I haven't even told my friends that my birthday is next week yet. I haven't spoken to any of my friends and been like, hey, next week's my birthday. I don't know if anyone knows. I was gonna go around asking my friends to see if they would want to come, like, say happy birthday to me while I was streaming Halo. Hi! Hello, Raiders. Does that mean I can go call Limes? I was stalling for time with my chat. Holy shit. Raiders, don't eat. This is, look. Oh. I'm like dying. You took her from us. This was scheduled. Why don't you schedule something with her then, huh? Fuck you. Look, Raiders, I'm a little dead. I just had fried rice, and I forgot that rice expands in your stomach. I gotta go explode. Jesus Christ. I hate being full. Oh my God. Why the fuck is rice so strong? Holy shit. God damn. The dude is a bird. Oh my God. I'm not even built like a European, but somehow my stomach is European at heart. Doesn't understand what rice is. Only can eat bread. I can't even eat bread. I'm gluten intolerant. Fuck. I'm gonna go set up with limes and we'll see you guys in a second. Sit here and sit tight. Enjoy the music. One more thing, because Discord's making me reset it. Fuck Discord. Thank you. Dude, Limes had to reset it too. What is wrong with Discord? Man, fuck Discord. Oh, God, fuck. Okay, ignore that. Ignore that. Cold open. Cold open. Ignore that. Ignore that. Restart. Chad! Hello? Chad, where are you? Hey! Guys, I know you stole my keys again. Guys! Where the fuck are you guys? Hello? Chad? Are those my keys on the ground? Where the fuck? Yo, listen, guys, I know that you like doing pranks and you want my attention, but I have stuff to do, okay? You don't understand. I just saw a fucking donut truck completely pile up on the outside road, and if we don't get there fast, I won't be able to steal all the leftover goods that they left out on the street. So I'm gonna need my keys, that way I can drive over. And if I... Are those my keys on the ground? That's... Okay, that's the house key. That's my mail key. What are you... Where are you guys? Hello? Why is there dirt on the ground? How did you get dirt in here? This is a fucking stone floor. Chat. Is that a hole? Is that a hole in the ground? Hello? Guys.
Hello?
Limes?
Hello?
What are you...
Hi.
Is that a hole in my house? What are you doing?
Nothing. It's not a hole. Don't look.
Is that a... Did you burrow a hole in my house? That's my kid! What are you doing with my jet? Why? What's
No,
in my keys?
it's mine. I found it. It's mine.
No,
This
okay.
is mine, and the keys are mine, and this sock is mine, and this weird shiny thing I found, that's mine too.
That's my wallet! No, I need that! That has my money in it!
No, that's mine. It's shiny. I want that.
I only get paid once a month. You can't do this to me. I need that. I need that to pay my taxes. Surprisingly,
What would
I
you
have
trade?
them.
What would you trade?
Trade?
Trade.
I have keys. I have
More keys?
I have Yeah, there was some that were dropped. You don't have a complete set. I have my car keys. Actually, I probably need those. I can give you... Oh! I have a fake Pokemon coin that came with those old deck boxes that I had when I was a kid. Huh? It's got a heads and a tails.
No trade.
What? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, great limes of the burrow, come out. I offer you, in return for my wallet and my my viewers back, I have Elmer's glue in the form of slime. So you can play with it. It's like a toy. It's shiny.
Is it non-toxic?
Yes, it says safe and non-toxic on the label.
Okay, gimme.
There we go. See, that's a good deal.
Okay.
And would you get out of the
You can have chat.
Stop burrowing in my house. You're making giant holes everywhere.
Fine. I'm out.
Is this what ferrets do? Is this what ferrets do in their free time? They burrow holes?
Stash. It's less about burrowing holes and more about finding pre-existing holes. You should really patch those.
I'm very bad at finding look, the holes aren't my strong point.
Hi, how are you?
See, you did good. That was good. You didn't break character once.
Definitely had a ton of time to practice that.
I gave you like a 4-minute intro to relax your nerves for that. See, that wasn't bad. Everyone's always worried about their improv skills for the start, but they don't know that my editor can just cut out anything that we don't like.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
The power of editing is magic.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm trying to make myself like biblically accurate height, size, scaling, and I think this is part right. Wait, how tall are you?
I'm 6'5", but you can be taller. No, come back. Come back up. I need you to be on the screen. We have a soapbox that you're standing on.
Okay.
You can honestly be a little bit bigger, just so your face is more on the screen.
There. Is that good?
I meant bigger, not taller.
Oh.
No, too big. Jesus Christ. It's like you just ran towards the camera.
Wow. Is this good? This looks good.
That looks good. Welcome, Limes, to Porcelain Parlor. Welcome on in.
Hi.
Everyone say hi.
Hello. You have my chat too, so we have lots of friends today.
Yes, we've combined. If you want to introduce yourself to anyone who doesn't know who you are, in case this becomes a YouTube video.
Okay, I am Limes. I am also known as Limu. I am a variety streamer turned VTuber as of 4 years ago or so. Before that, I was playing video games with no camera and just a mic for like since 2012. So I've been streaming like very long time.
Is a disease, like it transformed you.
I was infected with anime, and I haven't found a cure yet.
What is the cure is a job application. That's normally what you can do to get rid of a VTuber.
I already did a job. I've already worked customer service. I worked tech support. I don't want to do it, man.
You worked at a call center? You were a tech support call center?
Yeah, I did like call center. It was slightly less terrible than it could have been because it was like for like the external customer, and it was like tech support for the bank employees, so it could have been like even worse. But it was still tech support. Yeah.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard of in the world, because I know what bank employees are like. They don't stay in one spot ever. Chat, every bank employee will work at a bank for 2 weeks and then be like, oh, I got offered a better job for better pay at another bank. And then they'll stay there for 2 weeks before they leave again. So you're literally never talking to the same. They are. You literally will never talk to the same fucking person because they leave immediately. It's super annoying. They'll even give you their card when you work with them, and then they are like, okay, well, bye. Delete my email.
Yeah, no, it's like that, and also because it was like we were doing it for Nationwide, which is a bank, but we were doing it nationwide for Nationwide, if that makes sense. You would just get people all over the place, and I don't know, some people just like they would call you to help with a problem, but then they would act like you were being an asshole for trying to help them with the problem because they had so much to do. And like, so she would be like, we had this really big issue that was like every morning at the branches there would be this specific problem that could only be fixed by basically re-imaging the computer, which is not particularly constructive. It takes frickin' forever. Can I swear?
Yeah.
I can swear. Okay, it takes fucking forever.
Yeah.
And then like you would have to start it, and they would be like, how long is this gonna take? Half an hour. Oh, well, I don't have half an hour. I have to open the branch. And it's like, well, the stuff isn't gonna work unless we redo this, so you're not gonna open the branch either way, so you may as well stop being a bitch about it.
I think people immediately go into a call for tech support and are like, this person on the other side, they're specifically fucking me over. They are the enemy.
Yeah,
it's
they,
like
they want to make my day worse. It's like, no, I really don't, because then you make my day worse.
To be fair, I feel like sometimes when I call an ISP, I have to like get ready for battle. I don't know what's gonna happen, but like I know most of the time it's not the person on their side's fault. But also I'm like so fucking angry because I hate ISPs. I do my best though. I do my best not to be a jackass. I always try to be very polite when speaking to them.
It's super weird because I've obviously been on both sides, and it can be really difficult not to be confrontational because like you are immediately put in a place where you just like, you know, you have to fight your way through the call-in system, and then you have to like, you know, try and explain your issue possibly for the second time. You know, something's not functioning and so on and so forth. And so you're immediately put in a place where you want to be a dick.
And then they give you the
like got nothing to do
wraparound.
with that person. Yeah,
Where
that's
they're
the
like,
worst part.
you are actually calling, because I am stupid and I always get the phone calls like off the internet. So it's always the wrong person that I call, and then they're like, oh, we have to patch you to somebody else. And then that person is like, what are you talking about? This isn't our job. And then they patch me back to another person. Then I feel like I'm getting like thrown around. Like I'm actually getting passed around like a ball.
Yeah, no, honestly, like I haven't had to deal too much with like phone support, but the thing that I've had gotten stressed about recently, and it feels like it's been since COVID, where anyone who does any kind of like, you know, like handyman style work or any kind of like contractor or freelance, it's like impossible to get them booked in. And if you do get them booked in, it's like, you know, 2 months in advance. And then sometimes they'll just ghost you because the job isn't worth the effort and they have 60 million people who want something like done. And so it's like, you know, I'll have like a small task and it just won't get done forever because I know that like trying to find someone to do it who won't just ignore my calls and things like that, it's just like, like,
I'm sorry. My American mind heard you say advance and it just was like, I forgot she's British. What the fuck? She's British. Jesus Christ.
Vowel sounds. Yeah, it's the vowel sounds like advance and branch and
It's so crazy how I did not know you were British for like the first 4 collabs that we had. And then when somebody told me, I was like, you're fucking lying to me. What do you mean she's British? What are you fucking talking about? I don't believe you.
No, I am, and it's funny because I've been doing singing lessons and stuff, and it's actually kind of gone the other way, where once or twice the Britishisms that are left, my teacher has been like, no, you can't sing it like that, because like there's little things like this song that I really like. She says the phrase "always been," but in England we would say "always been," in like. So, like, I was like, always been, and she's like, no, always been. It's like, okay, I'm sorry.
I never thought about the differences between dialects when somebody's like singing. That's actually a good point.
It's usually not a problem, but every now and again, you'll just want to Britishize something that really wasn't before. And actually, I got the flip side the other time because, like, it was an Annie Lennox song, and she is Scottish, I think. Pretty sure. I'm about to offend someone. And like she actually sings the T's in an English way in her song, and I Americanized it, and then we looked and we're like, oh, it's the flip side. So instead of like instead of saying light on the water, she said light on the water, and it's like, oh, okay. So we're going full English for this particular phrase.
I'd like to hear covers where somebody just doesn't change or try to change their dialect at all. Like, I want a full English accent when like covering some American songs, just to hear what it sounds like. I think it'd be kind of fun. I feel like it'd be more interesting to hear that than it would be if somebody had to change their accent.
It's difficult because honestly, as when you consume that much American media, you do automatically adjust when doing things like singing. Like, there are not that many songs where I can be like, yeah, or, you know, bands where I can be like, yeah, that singer just doesn't disguise their accent at all. Like, there's one, have you ever heard of Elbow?
I've not, no.
Okay, they're
Like the
north.
macaroni?
No. They're a band and they're like the north of England, and he just straight up sings in like a northern English accent, and it's great because like it's distinctive, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a this is so weird to say. I feel like I get crucified every time I mention this. I'm not a big
I'm
music
about to
person.
because I saw your chat just call you out, and I was like, you don't like music? What do you mean you don't fucking like music?
I like music. It's just that I don't pay attention to music. Like whenever I think of music, it's like, oh, my random YouTube playlist full of bands that I don't really know the bands or know anything about the bands, but I like that particular song, so I add it to a playlist and then I never think about it.
Honestly, that's not invalid. Like sometimes I will have a playlist of random songs, and people will be like, "Oh, what's your favorite song from this album?" In regards to the song that's playing, and I'm like, I haven't listened to the rest of the album.
Yeah, but then they ask me like, "Do you know this singer?" And I'll be like, "I don't know who the fuck that. I don't know any of them." And they'll be like, "But this person's super famous," and I'll be like, Is it the Beatles? They have a funny name. I know that." And then they're like, "No, it's not the. What's wrong with you?" And I feel like I'm getting
I'm slightly better than that. I'm slightly better than that.
You're better than me, that's for sure. I don't know shit.
Yeah, no, I've been listening to a lot more music lately because I've been doing those lessons, and like I've gotten really annoying where like I'll be listening to music at the start of stream because I do the VOD track thing, and then it's like it ends up being like impromptu 45 minutes of like karaoke stuff because it's just like, oh, this song's a banger, this song's a banger, but. Yeah, no, it gets kind of annoying actually because like the more, you know how like the more you start learning about something, the more it ruins that thing for you on a casual level.
Yes.
Like, yeah, like with singing, I've started noticing when people drop certain sounds because it's easier to sing it without that sound. Like hair or, you know, an H sound is often dropped in things. Like we were talking about a song today, and instead of saying breath, the guy sang breath. Bread. And it was like, you know, like when you're not looking for it, it's fine because you still hear breath because of the context of the sentence. But if you hone in on it, it's like that man said bread. That man straight up said bread.
See, this is one of the things that I hate about chat is because I will do that not because I'm trying to sing, but because I'm a fucking idiot, and sometimes I'm so tired that my words start slurring together, and I'll say a sentence and I'm just like in my head praying that my chat doesn't call me out on my words getting fucked up. Like, I will specifically say a whole sentence, and then somewhere in the sentence, I will, like, bite my tongue. I think I said happy farty to somebody yesterday for their birthday. I was like, happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could farty too. And I was literally, like, crossing my fingers like, please just let it fucking go. Please shut the fuck up and let it go, Chad. I'm gonna kill somebody. It's rough.
Yeah, no, I mispronounce things a lot, and I'm sorry. I clap back at the moment because chat will be like, haha, you lisped that, and it's like, I'm wearing a liner, so actually you're being hateful right now. Like, like you're making fun of my aligner lisp. That's fucked up, man. You can't do that to me.
Chad, I was hit in the head by a soccer ball really hard when I was a kid. If you're mean to me, that means you're ableist. Please shut up. That soccer ball was really hard, okay? Somebody punted that thing. It was going at Mach 5. You know,
honestly, I still fucked up words even before I got my aligners, and honestly, like there's like I think it might be a weird Britishism that I can 99% of the time avoid, but every now and again, like depending on the next sound, the sound of the next word, an A word will come out with more of an sound, and I don't know why that happens.
Well, like herb?
I think like no, like it ends with A, so the word Martha. Like, you know, to you know, go back to like Batman and Superman. Instead, I might say, like, if I'm going Martha and then the next word has like kind of, I don't know, a particular sound, I might say Martha. And it's like, oh, that sounds awful. And then chat will be like, I'm gonna type out Martha with an ER at the end. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Martha.
Martha.
I would love to hear
it doesn't happen often.
Try a tongue twister. I think that'd be
with aligners in.
Well, that might be ableism. If I'm don't say anything, Chad. Don't call me out on what it. Just shut the fuck up. See, that would be really funny if you did a tongue twister, but not with the aligner in, because then I don't want to be accused of ableism.
It's fine. I got pretty good at tongue twisters when I was playing Lifeline, you know, that voice activation game. I played that a few years ago, and I memorized like all of the lines because in order to heal, you have to say is like tongue twister or something, and the character's like, you want to play tongue twisters with me? And then she says a tongue twister and you have to say it back. And the game's voice detection is so bad because it's a Japanese game. So when you're playing it in English, it's not great. And then like, so you have to say it back and you have to be so precise about it because otherwise she will not recognize it. And yeah, the one of them is like, I saw Esau kissing Kate, Kate saw I saw Esau, Esau saw that I saw Kate, and Kate saw I saw Esau. And things like that, or Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair, Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? And things like that. And you just get really good at doing it because it's the only fucking way to heal without using like consumables and stuff like that.
I like the Betty Botter one. I don't know why. It's really fun saying the ones that have a B. Anything else I will fuck up immediately, but I can always do the B ones pretty solidly. And I
don't remember. I think they had a version of that in Lifeline. Let's have a look. Betty Butter.
Betty bought her. Betty, yeah, she bought a bit of better butter. And it made
Betty
her better.
bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So I was better. So what the fuck is that one? That's not in Lifeline. So it was better, Betty. It was better, Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter. Good lord. It's only the first half for fucking Lifeline. Holy shit.
it goes long. It is a surprisingly long tongue twister because it goes.
Yeah, there's
like,
a lot.
it doubles in length from what you're used to, and it's like, okay, well, who made a fucking story at a Betty Botter?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like you want to call her Betty Butter, but that's not her name. She's a botter.
No, she's Betty Botter.
She cheats in video games. That's fucked up.
She bought some better butter, and then she put it in her batter, and it made her batter bitter. And it goes longer and longer. It's one of my favorites because I feel like a rap god every time I try it, and it just makes me feel cool. I would like to say you listen to music before you start your stream. I try to. I used to, and then I had to stop because I was like, I've commissioned 6 different soundtracks. I should probably keep my OSTs on because it just makes it easier. And we have a VOD channel, so I want my VOD hi VOD watchers. I like them to be able to listen to the music that I have. But for every so often, I will hit that like audio track separation, and I allow my chat to listen to some music. And the one time I did, I think I got flamed for my music choice. And then everyone came around to it and they were like, wait, I actually love this song. You have based music taste. So
one of my favorite songs that I like gaslit myself, or I guess Stockholm syndromed myself and my chat into liking, and it's an Owl City remix of All Star. And it's like, it was so stupid because like I think it needs different vocals because it's literally just the All-Star lyrics or the All-Star original vocals with this beautiful floaty like Owl City electronic music sound, and it's like it needs different lyrics or different vocals, but now like I kind of like it, man. It's honestly just kind of fun. Dude,
you just gave me flashbacks because I remember getting bullied in school for listening to Owl City because the main lead was gay, and I just remember as a kid I'm like, but the Firefly song goes hard, and then some random ass kid comes up to me and he's like, what are you, gay? And I almost said at that moment, I was like, well, what if I am? Because the music goes hard. I might as well be if that means I can't listen to good tunes.
Yeah, no, honestly, kids found a lot of reasons to just be complete pricks. Like, when I was at school, for some reason, the thing that people would bully about, which made no sense whatsoever, especially considering how fashion is now, was if your pants pulled up above your ankles when you sat down. So like if your pants...
That's the opposite problem that we had in my school where everyone was like low pants.
Yeah, no, it was really weird because honestly things that fit well, like suits that fit well, do pull up above your ankle. Like, you know, if you see a man in a suit, it might pull up a little bit when he sits down because that's just how fucking fabric works. But I think it was this weird association, this weird horrible classism probably, where it was like, you know, your pants are actually too short because your parents couldn't afford to get you new pants when you grew. That's where it started because kids are fucking awful. And people used the phrase was jack-ups. They would say, oh look, he's wearing jack-ups. And it was like, it just became this weird horrible bullying, and you would see people like when they sat down they would quickly try and pull like the legs of their pants down as much as possible so they weren't showing socks because that was like you would get bullied.
Maybe I need to take a lesson from them because I remember I got yelled at by a girl for wearing my mom's fuzzy socks. Which was bullshit, by the way, because those are the most comfortable socks in the world, and that showed me the true gap between women and men when I was a child. Because what the fuck do you mean that it's socially acceptable for a woman to wear these beautiful, super ultra luxury fuzzy socks, but as soon as I do it, all of a sudden I get called out? I think that was really annoying. I've never forgiven women ever since that, and now I'm a misogynist. So
that's fair. That's fair. No, I like lots of different like socks and stuff, and I feel actually like the weirdest fashion rule I've heard of actually is if you wear ankle socks, you out yourself as a millennial.
Ankle socks?
Yeah, so socks that like cut, or they don't show above your shoes. Yeah. So they don't show above your shoes, so that when you but I think I actually agree with I don't like them anymore, because I was watching I did a sponsor for the Path of Exile like update, and when you watch the update video, one of the guys in there was wearing ankle socks, and they all had their legs like crossed, and that one guy, his legs had pulled up and you could see like his ankle and his leg, and I was like, that ain't it. That ain't it. I don't want to see your ankles, you slut. It's like, I don't like ankle socks anymore, but apparently it is like very much a marker. If you're wearing ankle socks and people see it, they'll just assume you're a millennial, because like Zoomer fashion is absolutely to have long socks on and you just show your socks.
I am so glad I am not this is gonna make us sound like assholes. I'm so glad that I'm not the only one when watching like live streams or like award shows that I judge the clothing people wear. Sometimes I'll watch the Game Awards and I'll be looking at Jeff Keighley and I'm like, Jeff,
yeah, it's like, not, Jeff Keighley, what shoes are you wearing this time, Jeff? Are they sparkly, Jeff?
Jeff, what the fuck are you wearing? Those are not fitting. And I will hard lock on that with like anyone that's in the game show. And I swear to God, I'm not trying to do it to be a jackass, but some of you motherfuckers need to know how to combo your top and your fucking bottom, because what the hell is going on at some of these Game Awards?
There's some very beautiful fits as well. Like, not to continue glazing Sam Lake, but the suit that he wore in 2023. Sam Lake, did you see his suit? It's like gorgeous. It had like a chain and everything, like a vest shirt. He looked very dapper. I liked that a lot. But
do you know who was the most dapper at one of the Game Awards?
He was the most dapper.
Bricky.
Bricky was wearing that purple jacket, wasn't he?
He was.
There's a clip of me being like, we haven't seen Bricky yet. Where's Bricky? And then in the like literally 2 seconds later, the camera switches to Bricky clapping in the audience. It was like they heard, they knew.
We also had a clip of that because I was hanging out. Game Awards is like my yearly tradition. I love watching it with
yeah, me too.
I kidnapped Juniper and Giga to watch it with me, and every time I think back to the one clip of Bricky just randomly appearing in the audience, and then I remember pausing my stream because chat was like, was that Bricky? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bricky's not at the Game Awards. And then going back and being like, what the fuck is he doing in the audience? What do you mean?
Yeah, no, I thought that was very good. I mean, I know he was like pulling for Balatro the entire time, I think. But
Bricky and Balatro, yeah.
Yeah, Bricky and I have this like back and forth because I love Alan Wake and Sam Lake very sincerely, whereas Bricky has this weird reluctant thing where he's like mean to Sam Lake and then likes some parts of Alan Wake but is mean about others.
Sam Lake that hack is what he says.
Yeah, Sam Lake that hack. And I ended up like I was rewatching actually the musical segment of the Game Awards where they did Herald of Darkness because I'm a loser. And it recommended me Bricky's Alan Wake video. And I was like, all right, let's go. Let's dive in. It's time to ruin our friendship. But honestly, he was like, it kind of came off that he like liked a lot of things. He just didn't want to like them. And he was mad that he liked them, which was fun. I enjoyed that. So.
I feel like reluctance to like something is my whole personality when it comes to a lot of things in life. I feel like that's me in a nutshell when it comes to VTubers. Like a reluctant enjoyment of them.
That's fair. My whole thing actually is that like I am a huge fraud, and I started VTubing purely because I wanted like a visual representation on the stream. And so sometimes when people like are like, "Oh hey, I've never seen you before. Like, how did you get into VTubing? Who were your like VTubing inspirations? Like, what's your favorite corpo VTuber?" And I'm sitting there like,
That's actually one of the questions I had for you.
Oh, good. Please don't do that.
Well,
they'll come after me again.
It's not anything about inspiration, but I actually was more curious about who was the first VTuber that you saw. Not watched or anything, but what was the first knowledge that you gained of VTubers?
I don't know.
You don't know?
How did
You
I
don't
find
remember?
out about VTubers? I feel like they just started appearing on my timeline, and I was like, yo, those are cute. It would be kind of nice to have like a visual representation without having to like get dressed or do my hair or look half decent when I stream. Because like
you say that, and that's what I do whenever I start stream. Is I actually get dressed for stream, and nobody ever sees me.
Yeah, no. I mean, it can help in terms of mindset. It's like when people say that when you work from home, get dressed, because it does kind of set you up to actually, it puts you in the mindset to work.
If I wear pajamas, I'm not doing shit for the entire day. I have to get dressed for stream.
Yeah, no, that's honestly it. Like people will say, I don't do that, but I've heard that that's actually very helpful because, so for me, it's a girl thing because if I get dressed, I have to put on a bra and I'm not sitting in my own fucking house at my own fucking desk wearing a goddamn bra.
I think
that's not
uncomfortable
happening.
that because every time a woman talks about a bra, they always say it with disdain.
It's weird. No, my bra is comfortable, but it's just like I don't know. I just if I'm in the house, I don't want to wear one. Like I'm not one of those people who ditched it during COVID entirely, and I have to wear one because otherwise I will be uncomfortable because physics. Like if I'm actually, you know, walking around and stuff. But like, nah, I know it's like this weird thing. I don't want to wear one if I don't have to, but then also like when I'm going out, I do have to. It's weird. Like
I wonder if it's like wearing a cup for men. Like if a man had to wear a cup everywhere they go, I wonder if that's what would happen.
Yeah, I don't.
I wonder if that's the same equivalent. I know it's a weird visual, but like, I wonder if that's the same equivalent.
I feel like a cup is protective, right? Whereas a bra is for support.
Well, that's also that's protecting your back.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. I feel like a lot of women are also wearing the wrong size bra. Like I have this vendetta against Victoria's Secret because they see every woman and they're like, yes, you. No, I don't. Well, I know that the secret is that they put people in the wrong size fucking bra. So. Yeah, and then that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Like, oh my god, I read this thread on Reddit where someone was like, hi, so this is gross warning incoming. They were like, hi, I had a hard lump underneath like my arm, and then they pointed to the place and it's like it was where the bra sits. And they were like, I had this hard lump and I thought it was a pimple, so I popped it and it reeked. And people were like, that's a specific type of cyst that's caused by the pressure of wearing an incorrectly sized bra.
Oh
like,
my
ew,
god!
ew,
What?
Ew.
You can pop cysts? Isn't that a sign of cancer? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, it was like a special kind. It began with E, and it was like a particular kind of cyst that's caused by like pressure or something. And they were like, maybe get your bra size checked, and it was or change the type of bra that you're wearing because the pressure is like. But yeah, no, cysts aren't necessarily cancer. Cysts can literally just be like a skin disorder.
That's fucking insane.
They're different cysts. But yeah, no, it was gross, and it's just like, yeah. But going back like 3 tangents ago, I don't get dressed for when I'm streaming, and it was really nice to have like a VTuber model to just be like, yeah, I don't feel like looking pretty today, so I'm going to just like shove my hair in the worst ponytail and oops, had a bad hair day, so my bangs look stupid, but it doesn't matter, nobody will know.
That's really interesting to hear from me because I'm on such the other angle of that. Not even just because of the whole mindset thing, but I am somebody that like I used to be a face cam streamer before I was a VTuber. And I would do art and face cam all the time, and I was like I was like a reeking slob when I was a face cam streamer. And then weirdly enough, when I became a VTuber, that's when I started becoming more of a role model in terms of like what I would do, where I would always dress up, I would always try my best to look good, even though nobody could see me. It honestly kind of turned on its head when I became a VTuber. And I think one of the reasons for that is the mindset of what I was doing, because I don't know if you've heard my Raid intro before, I always described myself as a specific sexy sack of man meat. And because of that, it kind of like I don't know, I kind of like brainwashed myself into being like, okay,
like you have to live up to what you call yourself.
Exactly. And because of that, now I actually do more. I gaslit myself into doing more as a VTuber than I did when I was a face cam streamer. But
yeah, no, I mean, like, even though I don't like dress up for a stream, I think I'm more interested in fashion now. I've had arguments with chat because Yeah, because I was trying to explain. High-waisted pants are very good, especially for people with shorter legs, because they bring the halfway point of the body up
Mm-hmm.
higher, so it makes your legs look longer. And I showed like example pictures where someone was wearing pants and a loose t-shirt, and the hemline of the t-shirt was like below their crotch, and so it made it look like their legs are shorter. And then like they would tuck that t-shirt in and like go for a higher waisted pant with a belt or something like that, and it would make their legs look longer. And chat was like, oh no, but you can tell that they've moved one image up on the, like, chat was trying to find conspiracy reasons as to why, you know, it's like it's there, her legs aren't actually longer. It's like, I know that, chat, her legs aren't physically longer, it's an optical illusion to be more flattering on the figure. She's not trying to sell big pants. Big pants aren't trying to scam you into buying high-waisted pants and saying that it will make your legs longer.
Chat, it's the same
literally
process.
just a fucking rule of like fabric silhouette.
Yeah, it's the same process as why you don't wear horizontal lines on a shirt. It's because it makes you look bigger and like rounder. That's why people tend to stay away from like a horizontal lined shirt. It just doesn't look good.
Stripes are really in right now, and I will say I really like a nice black and white stripe.
I hate
like,
stripes. I refuse to talk. I'm not going. I don't speak to people that like stripes. I'm sorry. It's just.
Oh well. Okay. Well, I guess. Yeah.
Don't go back in the burrow. Wait, come back. Don't make more holes in my house. There's already enough. There's one in the skylight that if you look up, it's already there. I don't need more of this. I do like fashion. It's actually one of my hobbies that I really enjoy. Is looking at fashion, and I wouldn't say buying clothes. I like getting new clothes, and I like making outfits, but more so I actually kind of tune my enjoyment of fashion into character design. So when I do draw, very rarely, I'm trying to get back into it more, but when I do draw, I try to like input as much fashion into the character design as much as possible, because it's fun. I think fashion is fun, and I think fashion is what can like take anyone who doesn't feel good about themselves and make them feel super amazing about themselves because they don't know what fits them properly. And to be fair, every fucking store, at least in America, whenever you look at the clothes in the store, it's all the same shit, and it's all overpriced, and it's all ugly as fuck. So anytime you try to order something that even slightly looks good, you're like, ah, fuck, I gotta order it online, and I don't know what size I am.
Well, yeah, honestly, like when I go, like, so I think you guys have Uniqlo, right? But when I go to Uniqlo in person, the stuff that they put there is kind of meh, and then the stuff that they have online is all the interesting stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I like Uniqlo because someone once described it as like, it's like we're all wearing prison clothes, but it looks good. Like, you know when they have like a prisoner in a movie, but that prisoner is really hot. It's kind of like that. It's like almost like, you know, in Squid Game where they were all in those jumpsuits, but the really pretty ones looked pretty good in those jumpsuits. Uniqlo is kind of like that a little bit. And I vibe with it. it's all like super basic shit, but I think it layers well and it looks nice as like foundational pieces, which is cool. But yeah, they said it was like prison couture, and I was like, okay. But I kind of understand what they were trying to say.
It's
I
such
like
a
Uniqlo.
fucked up
It's
way.
nice.
Fucked up way of describing it is prison couture. What the fuck?
I honestly don't think they were really wrong. Like, you know, I sometimes look at Uniqlo and it's literally just like, you know, square tee and like fairly shapeless pants, but for some reason it works because they layered like 8 other things on it. It's like, okay, whatever, go for it.
Unfortunately, I do most of my shopping on Amazon because it's just I know, but like I find a lot of pretty nice deals on Amazon and clothes that look kind of good. Maybe they're not the best quality, but they do have the look to them, and sometimes it's okay. You know, I'm willing to face the pain of uncomfortable clothing if it looks good, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, I don't remember ever buying anything from Amazon for clothing.
You shouldn't.
I try.
You
no,
shouldn't.
yeah, I try. I honestly, I try not to buy things from Amazon anymore because just various reasons.
I advise against it for a lot of reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll link you to, there's an amazing site that I found, and I like it specifically because it's Japan-based.
I won't be able to wear anything from them.
No, they tend to make things.
I don't know.
Yeah, they tend to make things shorter, so I actually like it. But it's like retro fashion, and it's like really cute things, like, you know, high waisted long skirts. But because a lot of the models are Japanese, you get some kind of like impression that they will probably look okay. But they've gotten into this really weird habit as they've gotten more, I guess, English buyers, where the models are like, you know, Westerners, and they're made for the Westerners, and then you'll see the Japanese model, and that shit's like touching the floor.
I
like,
can't see. I cannot tell how tall any of these people are. They are in like not any background, so I'm like, I don't know if this person's tall or not. I have to guess based on their legs.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, let me translate the site.
That high-waisted flare is fucking eating though. Holy shit.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Some of the stuff in there.
Eating.
You mean with the denim jacket? It's gorgeous.
Move over. I'm bringing down the TV.
Yes.
Mods,
okay, hold on. Let me shunt.
Bring down the TV.
Shunting. There you go.
That is those high-waisted pants. That is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love
it's
that.
all like retro. I also look at the fucking way that they describe facial pack with cucumbers.
Their longest size is a large. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. What the fuck?
Yeah, the Western model is wearing a size large because literally nothing else fits.
Yeah, what's a Japanese large, dude? It's fucking 108 centimeters, whatever.
See, I love this
my
site.
ass, dude.
It's for my people.
Yeah, it's short.
Yes.
Nothing. I've always been jealous because I am not able to wear anything from any Japanese website. Any Asian clothing will never fit me because as long as you are above the max height of a Japanese person, aka 5'5", you'll never be able to wear any of their clothes.
Yeah, well, I'm 4'11", so actually half the stuff in like Western places I can't wear, so this is beautiful for me.
That's
it's
not
so nice
true. You could cut it down.
True, but
it's
then
harder
that's
to
like
lengthen
annoying.
something than to cut it.
Yeah, but I don't really like having to spend an extra fee on everything that I buy. And also, if there's like an embroidered pattern or the cut is weird, getting that cut down is fucky.
You could also tuck in a lot of clothing that's a little longer. I'm granted that's only for specific shirts, but there's also
one thing
that.
One thing I have found though is like sometimes there's no fixing a frame size issue. And one thing that I've found as I've been looking at more places is a lot of places the shoulders are way too broad. And that's like something that looks bad because a length issue is not too much of a problem because yeah, you can tuck and things like that. But if the shoulders are broad, you just kind of end up looking like you're wearing your parents' clothing in a non-flattering way. So like when the seam of the shoulder is halfway down my fucking arm, it looks really stupid. So like because my shoulders, like I would actually say for my frame, my shoulders are average, but because my frame is very small, like a lot of stuff just ends up being too big. Like in Uniqlo jacket sizes, I have to wear an extra small.
I think you should have the broad shoulders, Limes. I think it'll make you imposing. I think you'll be able to talk to people and they'll actually like shut up and listen to you. And then you can be imposing on them.
It's not broad shoulders. It's not broad shoulders. It's droopy shoulders because the shoulders are halfway down my arm because there's not even close enough that the shoulders are just like, you know, filling space. They fall down my arm.
You can stuff them. You can stuff your shoulders.
Stuff the shoulders. go for like the full, you know, like Scully in the X-Files where she was just like the straight padded shoulders and they would make her look like a box. Yeah, let's do those.
The really fucking sharp shoulders that point out to the side, almost like it's pauldrons from Armor. The 90s shoulder pads. I think you'd be able to command a room. You'd be able to command the presence. You'd have to get respect.
I don't know, because if you go too wide, I become as wide in the shoulder as I am tall, which is very weird. I will
that means if you
look
turn
like
around
a square.
fast enough, you can hit them. One of my problems with clothing like that is that when I used to be big and tall, lost the weight, and now I'm just tall, but no big. But there's no store that's just called tall. So now you have the problem is if I shop at a big and tall, now it's too big for me. But if I shop at a regular store, it's too short for me lengthwise. So there's no just tall store. And it pisses me off to no end.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I hate to bring the conversation back to boobs again, typical VTuber.
Look,
like,
I know that they're big for me, but like, I don't think that should equate into me going to a big and tall store. I can just tuck these in probably. I can get a binder or
what
something.
what I was going to say is buying from these Japanese stores, like sometimes it's like it fits perfectly everywhere except the fucking chest, and it's like no, it's like
true.
everything is perfect except the chest, and then it's sad.
Weirdly
like,
enough,
I
I can relate to this because somebody made
yeah?
cosplay of me, but it's the max height for the cosplay is you have to be 5'5", and you can't have a boob size over B cups.
Oh my goodness, that's okay. That's an interesting one.
Well,
Yeah,
you can't cosplay me unless you're short and you don't have big boobs. So, congrats.
Apparently. God, I'm now coveting this denim jacket. The sleeves
Stop
are like so
looking at the store.
It's so beautifully like there's I don't know they widen the sleeves. The silhouette is gorgeous. I'm not shopping right now. I haven't hit add to cart. I'm perusing right now.
I will say this is also kind of expensive stuff because I'm looking at
expensive.
I'm looking at a skirt right now that's $130.
I mean, it's like the quality's really good. I have this jacket. Let me send. I've got this jacket, and it's like it's really nice.
That does
it's
look
really
nice.
pretty. Yeah, it's a really nice jacket, and it's good quality stuff. But yeah, it's very much sort of like you want to buy the piece, and then you're not going in here and adding like the skirt in 3 different colors because you're going fucking broke if you do that.
I can't judge you because I actually do that sometimes where I'll buy like overcoats or shirts in 3 different colors, and same with pants. I bought 3 tweed pants in 4 different colors.
Honestly, no. With certain pieces, I'll do that. Like I have some turtlenecks, and I bought it in green and cream and one other color because they were very comfy and very good. And like, I feel like fashion cycles so fast nowadays that if I decided, 6 months down the line, I want to buy it in a different color, it's not going to be there. So I have to just like buy the same fucking shirt in 3 different colors at the same time, and it makes me feel very wasteful. But otherwise, I'm not getting that shirt. Haha, wasteful. Yes.
So this actually leads into another question that I had for you is, did fashion play a part at all when you were making your VTuber design? What were you thinking when you had this being made? Did you play a part in the actual making of the design at all?
So yeah, so obviously I've had like a couple different designs now, and the first one that I got was designed. Can I switch models? It's gonna cause like a load in, I guess.
Go ahead. Who am I to say? Do you want me to like?
Okay,
I can take my head off. Do you want me to not? I can close my eyes.
No, it's fine.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So
I'm not looking.
The first model that I had that's gonna take a while for chat to download, or the first design was from my emote artist, and like I actually did all the preliminary sketching stuff for that. I was like, hey Kelly, I want to design this thing. It's like slowly downloading right now.
Don't worry, I'm not looking.
I want to design this thing. I've got these ideas. I want to try this and these kind of shoes, and I actually had like real shoes references and things like that.
So you gave them like a whole page of different, like almost like a what's the word for it? Like a reference sheet of different clothing that you like.
Yeah, essentially. And then like, it wasn't even that she was formally working on it with me. I was like, what do you think of these ideas? I was like, what do you think of this stuff? Do you think this would work? And she went, oh, I like this. Give me a minute. And then she came back with like a full fucking reference sheet of her own ideas in regards to the things that I had sent her. and I was like, yeah, that's pretty much what I meant.
That's
and then
normally
we kind of
how
like
it works when you commission art.
Yeah, but I didn't even commission her. It was just I was asking as a friend, what do you think of these design ideas? And she just kind of like decided to sketch it out for me. And it was like, yeah, no, that's great. So and then she actually made my VTuber name because she used to call me she calls me Limu before I ever was Limu. Like
I was
my name has
wondering
always
about
been
that because don't. It's not Limu in your name. It's Limes.
No, yeah, no, it's Limealicious. And then like she's very into like all of like maid designs, cute aprons, and just really sort of like a very soft, cute aesthetic. And she's very like soft spoken and things like that. And she just kind of like she started calling me Limu. And so when
lies malicious is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, and then so when I decided to go ahead with the design that she'd picked, I was like, okay, well, in honor of her, I will be Limu, as like the actual VTuber will be Limu. And so that's kind of how it went. And then All of the others were designed by Yenko, and Yenko did.
Please
yeah,
wait.
Yenko
Hold on. Chat, shut the fuck up. You're making me laugh, and I'm trying to pay attention to what Limes is saying for the story. Stop.
I mean, Limealicious is actually now canonized as of Halloween. Did you see my Halloween recolor?
Don't give them attention so you can finish your story before we go into the tangent. You can explain that in a second. That's so stupid.
It's literally just this outfit in black and orange instead of white and pink. It's very cool. But yeah, no, Yenko designed all of the others, and again, yeah, it was basically me just being like, I like these kind of things. And I think winter is actually kind of where it culminated in that I was like really into fashion at that point. And so that's the one I started in. And I kind of like wanted to pay tribute to like 90s anime, like Cardcaptor Sakura and things like that. And so we kind of like designed it based on that. So yeah, it's like a weird crossover of like the fashion that I like. And I think that's why a lot of my outfits are fairly like, not necessarily low key, but they're quite grounded. Like it's like,
they're not fantastical,
like,
is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, it's like my cloak is not made out of stars, and I don't have like, you know, a wreath of snakes like entangling in my hair and things like that. Those are all really cool ideas, but no, everything for my designs is kind of like, you know, you could probably like put an outfit together like that. I wonder if it's gonna re-download the model or if it will be like.
No, you're so. Oh, I'm not looking. I'm closing my eyes again. My soul of my body.
I'm doing like quick change magic.
It's like Superman when he changes.
It seems to keep it.
I like that you actually were giving input. We had Sam on. I'm dating this video now because if this becomes a video and yours comes out first, it's gonna make me look bad. But we had Mr. Strippin on, and he was like, I don't fucking know. It was just a woman, and that was how he fucking got us. He was just like a woman. Red-headed woman, and that was his story for it. So he got his design.
No, mine's slightly more involved. I was responsible. Yeah, I was responsible.
Otherwise, that question would have been bad.
Yeah, no, I was responsible for the jacket, like the socks kind of motifs, the lime stuff, the original hairstyle ideas. That was all me, and the shoes.
Do you think in the future you're going to go even harder with different types of fashion for other outfits? Or do you think you'll still kind of try to keep it grounded to something that's more low-key that you could wear in real life without getting stared at?
No comment. I can't talk too much about that stuff right now.
What, you have a manager breathing down your neck? What does this mean?
No, I mean, like, you know, I've got some stuff in the works. I don't want to spoil it. I want to spoil it.
Okay, understandable. I see. I fucking feel what you're putting down. I get you. That's really cool.
I say in the works, like, you know how VTubing stuff moves on. It's like in the works 12 months from now.
Hey, don't. I'm gonna get trauma. I'm in 2 years waiting for 2 of my debuts to get done. I have a male model and a monster model that are 2 years in right now.
Yeah, no, it gets crazy.
I'm going to throw my head at Mach 5 into a fucking hydraulic press if I don't get to debut soon. I have not debuted my own model in like 2 years now, and I can feel my brain wanting to explode.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think for me the most was like when I went from my original model, which I don't have to load in right now, and then to my 1.0 redesign. That was pretty much a year in the making from like when we started like concepting it and things like that.
I think it's good to not
debut
is not
too
much.
Bad. Yeah. I mean, I've been using the same base model since then. I've been using the same base model since like what 2022-ish, whenever that happened.
If you are the type of VTuber to get a lot of new models, that is only okay if you swap models a lot. If you're a VTuber that like will use one model, then basically kind of throw it away and then get a new model and then use that, I think it's better for you to have more time with each model before you get a new one. But if you're somebody that swaps, then I think it's okay to get a bunch of models.
Yeah, I mean, most of my outfits, or pretty much all of my outfits bar one, are entirely seasonal, so they all get use. And like at this point, like, I don't really see the need to get a new base because like I can't see a place where the rigging or art could be improved in a way that wouldn't just be like a lateral move, if that makes sense. It would either be like, I guess because when I went from like 1.0 to 2.0, it was kind of like, you know, a rigging fidelity up. So for me, I always associate like model changes with like, I don't know,
upgrades.
just like fidelity ups, I guess. Yeah. And so like I don't really feel like because the budget between my first model and my 2.0 was many times of difference. So I just don't really feel like the base model needs to be changed. And I got like that nude base model thing, so you can just switch the outfits really easily. There's really no reason to get another base model.
I tried to get a nude base model, but every time we swap my ball joints around, somebody fucks up one of the ball joints, and then I get like somebody on Twitter will be like, Joel, that's not how ball jointed dolls work. And then I want to, I already said this, I want to bash my head into a wall again. Because then it's like, well, now we got to change the base model to make it fit. I also, this might sound a little boring, but I think the answer might be a little simple. Ferrets, because you like ferrets.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's interesting because before I had ferrets as like a mascot and a thing, I was actually more about like, okay, so we're going way back. And the answer, I guess, isn't that simple. We're going way back in the age of ye olde 2011 into 2012-ish. I guest streamed on the livestream.com channel Vinesauce, and because I didn't at the time, I had a wallpaper that was just like a Robert Downey Jr. and Sherlock Holmes thirst post.
Oh my
I
god,
was like,
dude,
I need to, yeah, like, I need to change my wallpaper for this. This is very embarrassing. So I changed it to a cute baby heart seal.
That's not
and
a ferret.
because of that, no. Because of that, and the programs that we had back then were not that sophisticated. We were using a program called Procaster, and some of the stuff that you did with Procaster was not particularly high fidelity in terms of what you could do. So it was like the desktop was just there to be the base, like the base like thing that you would capture if you weren't capturing like the game itself. So I had this baby harp seal, and people just started associating me with baby harp seals. I had a PNG tuber in like 2014 that was literally just like a GIF of a seal with a controller in her hands. It wasn't reactive or anything. It was literally just for funnies. And so when I started like doing thinking about VTuber design, for a brief moment it was seal themed. I could have been a marine VTuber, but I'm not, because in 2015 I got my first ferret. His name was Sky, and I like Sky. And he was my beautiful baby boy. And then I got more ferrets, and I was just like, ferrets are more meaningful to me. Like the harp seal was incidental, and harp seals are cute, but ferrets mean more on an emotional level. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a cute way of going about it. I think it's better to do something that you will have more interaction with than if you just kind of offhandedly. Like the reason I'm a doll is that it's all tied to like fears that I have, and all of my most of my models are tied to different things that I was scared of. Not anymore. Now I'm branching out to other things. But like I was scared of dolls, and then I made a doll character and then used that for my OC. And then one of my other outfits is a drowned nun because I'm terrified of the ocean. That was another one. My bikini, I'm scared of women. That was another one. And now I'm kind of going into things that are not the same. I know we'll talk about Limu's fucking thing with dolls in a second. We'll speak about that in a second. I will say, you were mentioning that you mainly think of VTuber debuts as upgrades, right? I could probably do a debut right now. All I have to do is take off my fucking glasses, and all of a sudden my eye tracking becomes insanely good. For whatever fucking reason. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Apple. Go fuck yourself. What the fuck do you mean you can't tell where my eyes are just because what is this, dude? It's like 10 times better immediately just from me taking off my glasses. I hate this shit. It pisses me off. You don't understand.
I mean, I do. I have my eyesight is -6 short-sightedness. So I have to wear contact lenses when I stream. Otherwise, I get the same problem with glasses. So I wear contact lenses every time I stream, and my eyes are so fucking dry right now. It's so dry right here.
Sorry, I've noticed that I can actually wink now. And then I try to put this on, and then immediately, oh god, stay closed. Whatever. It pisses me off.
I have winking disabled because I found that like sometimes like even without glasses on, I was finding that if I was like turned or something and I would blink, occasionally it would be slightly out of sync, which weirded me out. Like if I was like slightly off camera or like, you know, leaning down and I started blinking, it would do that, you know, that VTuber trope of the eyes just freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, that
I was
happened a
just
couple of times.
yeah, I was just like, ew, immersion break. So my model, like my eye open is actually both linked to my left eye. Yeah. Yeah.
Do
if
you
I close
care
my
about
right
immersion
eye,
too much?
no, not really, but it just looks goofy.
That's fair. I think the frog blinking is the funniest thing that happens on VTuber models.
Yeah.
I hate when it happens to me, but like I also think like that's so fucking funny. And that's like an editor goldmine when they see a VTuber frog blink, they can just immediately point it out and then edit it into a video. It's so good. It makes people look so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can't do it. Can't wink.
It's okay. It's kind of pointless to try to. You know, this is fun. This is my first time actually getting to talk to you. I feel like every time
I guess so.
we've spoken, it's been in a collab or I don't know. You said you were more of a game streamer in the first place, but like most of the time whenever I get to see somebody, it's from friend slop. It's never really from like an actual video game. And not to say that video games that friend slop is bad, but I feel like that's kind of just normally what happens.
Yeah, I don't know, like friend stuff, or you know, friend slop, I guess, is fine, but my god, I wish I could get more people to play like actual like
video game co-ops?
traditional co-op video games more. Like, you know, people laugh because I always like drag people into Resident Evil 5, but that's such a good fucking game, and it's not so much of a commitment that they won't that people will just refuse to do it, and it's like a nice easy one to suggest, which is good. But yeah, like sometimes people will like message me and they're like, hey, do you want to hang out? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay, cool, pummel party. And I'm like, yeah.
That is, I shit you not, exactly how I feel. But whenever somebody is like, okay, what game do you want to play? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I just don't want to play friends. Because the games that I like are also kind of traditional co-op. Like Gears of War, Halo, Borderlands. But whenever I try to think of anything else, nothing really comes to mind of a game that I can play, because those are all very specific types of games that are like not everyone is going to enjoy. So they're only something I can play with very specific people. I don't have a traditional co-op game that I can invite people to play that'll actually work properly for a fun day, because most of the games that people know or are willing to actually stream are just the friend slap games.
Yeah, the only one of like the I guess friend slop that I really love is Repo. I think Repo is actually really good, and is at least like there's a bunch of stuff going on for it. Love Repo. But yeah, I hate the party games. I hate Mario Party. I hate Pummel Party. I can't fucking stand them. But because I want to hang out with my friends, I say yes, and then the entire time I'm like, inside. So
I think the party games are. I think Repo is a really good friend slop. I don't really like a lot of the other friend slops because I feel like a lot of them get boring immediately. Like it's fun for one game, and then I can't stand it any longer than that, because I get into a I don't know. It's like I get into a vibe. Like if I were to play Repo right now, or Lethal Company, or Phasmophobia, or whatever they are right now, I immediately get into a vibe of like, okay, I'm just gonna get shit done and just move on with my life. And it's so fucked up. Like if I get into a Repo lobby, I will just lock in, grab the cart, and then just go collect money. And then I feel like I don't interact with anyone when I'm playing the game anymore. Like I lock in a little too hard because I'm just so done with the game.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I think it depends for me. Like with peak stresses me out a little bit.
I don't like peak anymore, because if you die once, you're dead for 40 minutes, and then also like you have to rely on somebody else to do everything. I agree with you. It's kind of fucked.
It's fun enough, but I can only do peak every now and again. Like I could not do like multiple sessions of peak across like 2 weeks or something like that. I'm glad that sort of like it's slightly less common now, because when I do play it, it's fun, and there's usually something new going on. Like I played it most recently, and that was a good time. But like because you have to commit so long to every session, I feel compelled to go full sweaty tryhard mode to make sure that this, like, we actually finish it. And then
Exactly
that's stressful, man. I can only do that once every now and again. It's still fun, but if I had to do it repeatedly, I'd get very, very stressed.
Well, then it's like, because I do the same thing where I lock in and I'm trying my best to win in sweaty tryhard mode, and then it's like that defeats the whole purpose of the friend slot, because then I'm not interacting with my friends at all.
Yeah, I think Peak's main flaw is like, yeah, if you do want to do goofy stuff, like in Repo, if I do something goofy, like
no big deal, you know, you get revived.
Yeah, like, you know, I tumble Bricky into the pit. That's funny because Bricky's coming back in like 2.5 minutes. It's not a big problem. Peak, if I fuck someone over, I feel like an asshole. And if I get fucked over, it feels awful because you just took that person out for the next 40 minutes of gameplay.
It sucks. It really does suck. I think I don't know. There's not a lot of games out there. I've always been trying to think of games to play with people because I don't really talk to my friends ever.
Yeah, no, I like suggesting like more boomer co-op, like Left 4 Dead 2, Project Zomboid kind of levels of co-op. Things like that tend to like actually go over pretty good. Like I feel like people are most avoidant against things that are like older 2-player long-term commitments.
Oh, that, yeah.
So yeah, if it's like still a single session but like slightly older co-op, so Left 4 Dead, Project Zomboid, things like that, people will still go in for it.
You're telling me, nice. Man, trying to drag people to Halo is a pain.
Yeah, I like Helldivers. Unfortunately, Helldivers is like hard crashing some computers, including mine. So I haven't played Helldivers in a while.
Rest in peace, our sponsorship. Rest in peace, our Helldivers collab.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like Helldivers. I tend to like stuff that I can also like. I like Helldivers because I can also play that with chat. Like some games I do want to play with chat, but like the level of setup required, like I couldn't play Arc Raiders with chat because like that's way too tense. There's way too like the potential of like, it's like Peak, the potential of like losing everything and feeling like you let people down is like too high, whereas Helldivers is like hilarious because, you know, you can get like summoned back into a whole group of robots and then die again, and it's still funny because you're getting summoned back in 0.2 seconds anyway. It doesn't matter.
Have you played Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter is one of my collab games that I think stands at a peak because it's a game that I really enjoy, but it's not super engaging, so you can just talk to somebody. But I don't know, that I genuinely can't think of any other collab games like Monster Hunter, Night Rain. Night Rain is impossible to do in a collab. You will not be able to talk to chat at all. Night Rain is such a pain in the ass.
I talk to chat during Night Rain. I might be a freak.
Do you know where do you know where to go in Night Rain?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why. I for the life of me cannot read the map in Night Rain, so when I play, I have to play with somebody else who knows everything about the map, or else I'm just fucked. Like, I can't.
No.
I have no idea where to go every time I play. And then I try to look at the map, and it's like, no, my brain's exploding. Ah, God. Make it simpler.
Yeah, but no, I love Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter World is still one of my most played games on stream. I am just a little bit out of love with Monster Hunter at the moment because I did not really particularly care for where Wilds went, which is heartbreaking because there's such a good base there and it's just not quite working for me, and because they like streamlined the shit out of a game that's not really meant to be that streamlined.
Well, that's good because I would never play World or Wilds with another person. I fucking hate the way matchmaking works in that. The only Monster Hunter game I play with others is Rise. I only play Rise with other people because it's the simplest game to play with another human being.
No, Rise is okay. The reason I liked World specifically was because of the big lobbies. So I would open up a lobby and be like, okay, chat, feel free to jump in. And, you know, I would post up groups to play with. You know, I would post up a hunt and people could just like rotate in and out without me having to micromanage. Rise sucked because Rise was not a collab game as much as a play with chat game. And for Rise, I was having to micromanage how many hunts people were doing and then be like, okay, please rotate out, because it was 4 people at a time. This is specifically
for playing with chat, is what you're saying. I'm saying for like with other human, like, oh, wait, not chat, you're human beings, I'm sorry. This is, what I mean is I specifically mean for playing with like, you know, one of your friends. I think Rise is the best.
I had no issues with like, World and Rise for that either.
I did. No, I did. Holy shit. I cannot stand Wilds and Rise trying to play with another human being that is not chat, because it's like there are so many issues and so many things that people don't know what the fuck to do. And then the whole cutscene problem with World also was kind of a pain in the ass because the most people that I would play with are new.
Yeah, no, World Cutscene was pain. I can understand if you were playing with new people. I'm talking like just endgame vibing with people who also are super big Monster Hunter nerds. So they're like, we're literally just like drop into the same group, post up a monster, go, and that was fine.
Can't.
Yeah.
It's just everyone that I play with is either new or like. It's just like even in Wilds, if I'm playing with somebody who's really experienced with it, it's still kind of annoying because it's either private lobby or squad, and then like I want to play with my friend, but also I want to let chat fill in the other slots because I'm not playing with 4 people. I don't know. Monster Hunter, I love hate when it comes to hanging out with people. I don't know. I need a collab game. I have not been able to hang out with people. This is the only collab that I do each week. I refuse to set up game stream collabs because I cannot find a single game that I'm super excited to play with another human being unless it's like a long-term story game that's like co-op, and all of those, like you said, are commitments. I need new games. I need more collab games to exist that aren't just like, hey, this game's only worthwhile is to play with your friends for 4 months and get tired of it.
Yeah,
Scrabble.
no, it's weird. Scrabble. I mean, I remember I actually played when Henya invited me to collab with her. It was like a list of like 52 Switch games or something weird. It was like, you know, things like
Clubhouse games.
Yeah, Clubhouse games. That was honestly really different and really fun. And Henya got like weirdly competitive about it.
Yeah, dude, board games
Which
are
was great.
fucking fun. I love board games.
There was this one game where it was like playing baseball or something, like, and it was like one person was pitching, the other person was batting, and the amount of lag between us meant that neither of us could actually fucking hit the ball because obviously Nintendo has no degree of lag compensation. It was utterly stupid, but the others were fine. Like it was like, I can't even remember what it was called, that game where you like move marbles or pieces of glass around like a board, and then
are you talking about the I know what you're talking about. I have one in real life.
Yeah, it's like there's a pot on either end, and you have to try and move as many as you can into something,
like,
or no, clear
beads.
yours or something. Yeah, Mancala chat says that might be it. Let me Google it. I'm locating. I need a new tab.
I actually do think board games are one of the best collab games. I used to. Oh, I don't say I used to. I do a bi-monthly DILF night where I basically invite a bunch of men over the age of 30, and we all play board games together. And Haruka, but she has to pretend to be a man the entire time or she gets kicked out. But
yeah,
I think board games are one of the best collab games that aren't friend slop, because you can play like really intricate and fun board games and have a great time without getting tired of it. Like I feel like I don't get fatigued playing board games as much as I do when I play stuff like Peak.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. I like board games. Tabletop sim is funny. We played Monopoly at one point, which was fun.
I fucking hate Monopoly.
Monopoly's fucking evil, man.
Have you played Red Dragon Inn?
No. Have you ever played Mousetrap?
I've not played Mousetrap, no.
Mousetrap's fun. Like, specifically, I like Mousetrap as a kid because, like, you actually have a little mouse. And I thought the piece was cute, so I'd be like, I want to rescue the mouse. But I think the actual objective is to not rescue the mouse. So you're supposed to trap the mouse.
It's called Mousetrap, Limes.
Yes. But I wanted him to be safe because he was cute.
He's safe in the trap. Nobody's going to hit him there.
True.
Hi, Mia. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. I'm hanging out with Limes.
Hi, Mia.
I have a question. This is tying back into 4 tangents ago. Do you watch a lot of anime or do any art?
I don't watch anime. That was one of those things. Like, the other question that people will ask me is like, oh yeah, you're a VTuber, what kind of anime do you like? And I'm like,
I think there's no correlation. I think VTubing and anime don't have as much of a correlation as people think. A lot of streamers stopped watching anime when they became streamers.
I don't have time to, like, I didn't have time to watch anime, and now, like, I don't really vibe with how anime is tonally. Like, I'm sure there are ones out there that aren't like that, but sometimes I'll see like a clip that someone will post on Twitter, and it's like that internal monologue, a bunch of like reaction screenshots where everyone goes,
you're thinking of shonen anime.
yeah, things like that. And
Like Naruto
yeah,
and One Piece. You're thinking of shonen, yeah?
Yeah, Naruto is one of the few that I've watched. Like, I actually joke that I've seen like 5 anime in my life, and 2 of them are remakes of the same anime, because I've watched Naruto, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Fruits Basket Original, Fruits Basket Remake, and that's kind of like all the ones that I remember.
That's such a weird group. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I did go through a phase where I liked it. Like, I used to hang out on Gaia Online, and then if you're on Gaia Online and you don't like anime, that's like true imposter, because like that's basically it started off as like an anime board.
Chat saying Freerin. I agree. That might be Limes' genre kind of idea.
Yeah, I'd probably go for something that's less tropey. But then the whole I don't have time thing kind of like pops in. Like, people will be like, but you just rewatched The Walking Dead. But I've seen The Walking Dead before. The Walking Dead is background noise
Anime
while I'm
you
working.
kind of have to pay attention to, which is why it's hard to put it in the background.
Especially if I'm watching an anime, especially if it's not dubbed, I can't just put that shit in the background when I'm working.
Even if it is dubbed, it's really hard to put in the background, because it's like, if you try to do anything else when watching anime, every 5 seconds you're like, wait, what happened? And then you scroll back in the anime, you're like, minus 2 minutes in the anime to rewatch it. And
honestly,
you're like,
that's the same with like even just normal TV shows. If I haven't seen the TV show before or the movie, like I can't put it on the background. So I just put my comfort shows on, which is like something trashy like The Walking Dead, at least for a couple of seasons, then I peace out. Or, House MD or something like that. Something I've seen before, just that, like, I can look back and be like, oh, yeah, we're in the part where such and such happens.
And I always need to be doing multiple things at once. So one of the reasons why I can't watch new anime or do anything like that anymore is that, like, if I tried to put it on, I'd be like, I have to sit down and watch it without doing anything else, because if I do anything else, I'm gonna get distracted. Which is why I just read manga or webtoons. I don't do anything else. Reading is so much easier to do than focusing on an anime for me.
I read a ton. I mostly read like books, but I did read a couple of years ago, where Sweet Home. I read Sweet Home, which is a webtoon. I found it because there was a Netflix show of it, right? And I thought the concept was really cool. It's like, if you're not familiar with Sweet Home, it's Korean. And it's essentially like, there's a NEET, and he's in an apartment block, and people start turning into monsters. And
that's a lot of Korean webtoons.
Yes, but specifically like the origin of the monsters was kind of cool. But anyway, I was like, okay, cool. This show seems interesting. I'm gonna watch it. I started watching it, and I felt like it was doing a bit, because for multiple action segments, Imagine Dragons Warriors was blasting in the background, and it did it more than once in one episode. It had this cool like crescendo shonen anime style part, and it had fucking warriors blasting, and I was like, okay, the concept is cool, but I can't listen to warriors and watch this at the same time. So I went and looked for the webtoon, and it's fucking awesome. The webtoon is fucking awesome. There's like a prequel to it called Shotgun Boy, but it's all about people turning into monsters, and like the Sweet Home is better, and there's a really pretty guitar piece that went along with it. And I remember at one point I had to switch to like a secondary hosting site, because honestly Webtoons monetization is like pretty predatory, the actual site. And I got kind of fed up with it, and so I read a couple of episodes, because they kind of like stopped me, because it was a really long one, and it was like, oh yeah, you have to do this if you want to read more, and I was like, no. So I read a couple on an extra site, and it was really funny, because I was doing that on my PC, and I was like, okay, I'll copy this URL, put it on my phone. Didn't have an ad blocker on my phone. Porn everywhere. It was like, oh, that's the kind of site that this was. Dude, I had no idea I was running an ad blocker.
That is, I feel like I'm so lucky, because I've never had porn ads on any random website that I've had like the one or two like hot MILFs near you, but I've never had like straight up porn ads anywhere yet.
No, it was bad. I found another site to watch it or to read it on eventually, and then I went back to I think I purchased most of it now, because I want to support the author, and I really hope that they actually do another one. But yeah, no, the webtoon's really cool. Go read Sweet Home. It's very good.
I'll give a recommendation too. Read Tyrant of the Defense Game. That's a great one, Chad. Okay. Read that one. You don't have to read it. It's that one's more that's like if a guy gets trapped in a strategy game, except everyone around him dies. And it's like Walking Dead levels of people are just dying, or Game of Thrones level of people around you are just dying. I like that one. That one's one of my favorites. I don't know. I always ask this just because it's an interesting idea, because I always get kind of like nosy about how much the VTuber that I'm talking to is either into art or anime, to see if that influences them at all when it comes to being a VTuber. Somebody said you have aphantasia, so you're not too super into art specifically.
I mean, I actually went to university for art.
Wow, fuck you, Chad. Thanks for the misinformation, jackass.
Well, I have aphantasia, which is the reason why I eventually stopped doing art. But I did go to university for art. I love art, but I kind of, because of the frustration of the aphantasia, I know some people can get past it. I know like Rubber Ross has aphantasia and still draws, and I 100% respect that.
That's insane.
But,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it got to the point where I was just frustrated more than fulfilled, and it felt like it was kind of like smashing my head into a wall trying to improve. And so what I do instead now is I take all all of the information I learned about like what makes good art, and I use that to just basically be a patron. I'm like, yeah, I love your art. I'm gonna pay you lots of money. And that's kind of like, ties into VTubing, in that it's like, if I find an artist that I like, I'm like, I really like what you do because of your I'm like super picky about like the use of perspective and anatomy and not that everything has to be realistic, but like if there's like a really glaring problem with that and then it's like covered up by really pretty rendering, it doesn't work for me. So I'm kind of like really picky with what I like, but when I find what I like, I'm like, I will shower you with money and let me pay you.
Dude. Yeah, I'm so fucking picky.
Yeah, it's like, let me basically put you on fucking retainer and I will just keep paying you for more art, please.
Stimpack, thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream, Raiders. I'm hanging out with Limes. I do my whole raid intro, but that's a mouthful. I'm good.
I mean, I actually need to go pee, so if you want to go do your raid intro, I'll be right back.
Okay, go for it.
All right, be right back.
It's really cool how she mentions patrons here, because we literally just did a stream yesterday where I kidnapped a bunch of artists and forced them to draw for my entertainment. I paid them. Well, I will pay them, which is a part of it. One of my dreams as a VTuber is to get so rich that I can buy a villa and then hire a bunch of artists to live in my villa. That way, whenever I want art, I can break down the door at 4 a.m. and I'm like, artists, wake up! Some guy started beef with me on Twitter. I need you to draw me fucking his mom. I need this. Get up! Get up right now, quick! I need this done within 30 minutes so I can call him a fucking idiot live on Twitter. Quick! Help! Help, artists! So that's one of my hopes and dreams. Honestly, I just kind of want to be a Renaissance noble and just have a bunch of live-in artists that draw whatever I want at any point in time. Like, I walk into the room and I'm like, artists, I need you to draw me eating popcorn. That way I can respond to this one conversation with a cute picture of me eating popcorn. Artists, I need you to draw me... I almost said cranking my hog. Artists, I need you to draw me with a Machiavellian scheme curling up on my lips so I can look really cool and I can post this. Thanks. Artists, I need you to draw me in Arlecchino from Genshin Impact. I'm not gonna post anywhere. It's self-indulgent, but I just need it. Don't ask me any questions. It's in your contract. Don't ask me anything. Thanks. Anyways, welcome to the stream, Raiders. I hope you're having a nice night. Thank you for coming by. My name is PorcelainMaid. I used to be a sexy sack of man meat before I died and my soul got trapped inside the body of a sexier female doll. He and pronouns, but if you're still confused about pronouns of the 21st century, you can think of me as a bisexual's wet dream. Sexy male voice trapped inside of a sexier female doll. I give you a curtsy out of courtesy because I'm elegant as fuck like that. And Raiders, did you know if you follow the stream, you gain 3 extra inches to your dick size straight? Your dick would go from here to here just by following. Don't mind her. That's a rogue animal that broke into my house and is trying to steal my shit. But don't worry. Don't worry. There's actually a gas leak happening in the house right now, so they're falling asleep slowly. Or they're dying. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have organs, so I can't be affected by a gas leak. Hello? Hey. Hello? Dunk. Dunk. Uh-oh. Oh, no, she's fine. Look, no, it's fine. The gas leak's not affecting her. It's okay. She's just getting a little sleepy. It's okay. No one's dying. It's okay. Nobody light a match, though. We will be fucked, like all of us. Just if you have to smoke, go outside by like 4 miles. Don't worry about the gas leak. It's okay. What do you mean it doesn't look like I have much to steal? How dare you? I have a wallet. I have keys. I have a lot to steal. I have my impeccable personality. And,
Hi.
Oh, hey. Thank God you came back.
So sorry that took so long. I got intercepted by my dog, who was like, "Is it time? Do you love me again?" It's like, "No, goodbye."
That's what I say to my kids every time I go outside. Is it time? No. I'll be back in 3 years.
No. I'm hanging out with my other kids. I love them more. See ya.
That's so funny, dude. Jesus Christ. No, I think I had like so many things to say and then I completely forgot. Your tangents are actually so good because they remind me of things that I want to say and then I forget what I want to say. Holy shit.
Yeah, I left and now you're just adrift. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm not
it's
gonna help
okay.
you. I'm just gonna sit here drinking water and staring at you dead ass until you remember.
Great. That pisses me off, by the way. It's so much easier for you to make eye contact with me with your model versus me making eye. The reason why it's hard for me is that looking down is a pain in the ass for me. Because I actually looking down all the time it hurts my neck. So I actually, whenever I'm looking at you, I actually look at my chat.
I mean, when you're looking down at me, you look like you're looming over me, like you're about to give me a stern talking to. So, no, please.
It does look kind of fucking scary the way I stare down at people.
Do it again. Hold on. That's funny.
The way I crane my neck forward is so like hulking. Jesus Christ. You know, I never thought about this, but I am kind of a terrifying creature to run into in the middle of the night. Like a 6'5" porcelain doll. I feel like that'd be kind of scary in the dark.
In the dark, I mean, and also there's the fact your head comes off, which is like, you know,
that's not the scary part. Come on. That's like a skeleton popping its head off and then playing a xylophone in its ribs. It's not. It's more goofy than anything. And I don't know if anyone would find this scary.
I mean, I feel like, you know, in the context of VTubing and stuff, it's not scary, but like if something that was able to follow you around suddenly did that in real life, where it's not particularly typical for that to happen, you know, you might get a certain kind of response from people.
You're gonna like get up at 4 a.m. to get a drink of water in the pitch black darkness of the night, and then you'll see me in the back end of the hallway, and I take my head off. And instead of doing anything to scare you, I bowl my head towards you. Like, hey, catch.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like that was a thing. Like there was like a movie where there was just like a running thing of like the really screamy woman kept getting like heads like thrown in her direction. And I'm trying to remember what movie that was.
That's oddly specific about getting head thrown at you.
Yeah, no, it was like, I don't know why. I don't know what it was.
I have made the "my eyes are down here" joke too many times, so much so that if I did it now, my chat would -2 me. And what am I if not somebody who's a people pleaser? Hey, do you want to hear a joke?
Okay.
What does one Joel say to another Joel?
Oh no, what does one Joel say to another Joel?
You want to hear a joke? Laugh. Please?
I did laugh.
That sounded more like you were clearing your fucking throat, dude.
That's about as much as I can muster, honestly, man.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was looking at the Twitter thread. There was a Twitter thread that went viral because I couldn't sleep yesterday. I was waiting also for the guy to come in and like repair the door to the garden, which we had like really bad winds the other month, and it blew the door open and snapped like the door stay that stops it from, you know, smacking into the other wall.
Really?
So that thing snapped, and so I got a guy to repair it, and his only time that he could like attend the house was 9 a.m. which is like, and I was like, I haven't slept yet. So I ended up like cruising Twitter to find things to like just try and keep myself awake. And I ended up finding this thread full of like, basically this, I'll post it to you.
I can hear you looking for it.
Yeah, here you go.
Spicy miso beef, and then it's it's a chat. It is a picture of a recipe for spicy miso beef noodles, and then it circles miso beef and then points to a picture of Mr. Beast.
And, you know, I hadn't slept.
What?
I hadn't slept, so this was the funniest fucking thing in the world. Just this thread full of like.
This is so stupid.
This.
This is so dumb. What the fuck?
It's beautiful. I love it.
Hold on. I'm posting the fucking. This is dumb. This is stupid. Come on, miso beef. That is like 6 a.m. and I haven't slept. Laughter moment.
9 a.m. But yes.
I'm sorry, 9 a.m. I'm not reading the rest of these.
No, there's a really good one. There's like a picture of like someone's doing an equation.
Crime, and then it's Optimus Prime.
I think my favorite might be if someone who doesn't even like the franchise. There's someone doing an equation for reduce 5/9 to the lowest terms. And it says 5/9, and then it has like it's circled, and then it has a picture of Freddy Fazbear.
It's so stupid. This is so dumb.
It says 5/9 already. 5/9 already. It's like, oh yeah.
My favorite joke in the world is the what's a skeleton's favorite snack? Go on, guess.
Ribs.
Guess. No, well, yes, it's that one, except it's the video where the guy doesn't guess ribs, and he's like the skeleton gets progressively angrier until he blows up and he starts smacking his head on the ground, and he's like, "Ribs, spare ribs. Fuck! Why must you fail me so often?" And it's like that specifically.
I like the one where it's like the what's this, and it shows a picture, and the guy says like in that fucking awful like ridiculous voice, it's like, "What's this?" and it's like a picture of a grave, and the guy will say a crypt, and the voice will go a grave, and he'll go
I know exactly.
I fucking hate that video, but it's so funny. A ghoul.
A necromancer.
A cadaver.
That's a lycanthrope. God, I fucking hate it. It's so dumb.
Oh yeah, Bricky never fucking shuts up about it as well. Bricky's ruining it for me. It's like, shut the fuck up, Bricky.
I want to ask
and that's it. Wait, hold on, sorry. Moon Fairy got it. It's Lake Placid. Bridget Fonda keeps getting heads thrown at her from people that were killed by the crocodile, or like body parts in general. Thank you.
It's a movie called Lake Placid.
Yeah, it's about a giant killer crocodile. I'm so glad the chat remembered. I fucking love that movie. Go watch Lake Placid. Anyway, sorry. What was your question?
Lake Placid.
Lake Placid. It's very good.
I've never heard of this. It's Killer Croc movie.
Killer Croc. It's basically, you know, all the shitty B movies that like should be funny because they're B movies,
yeah,
but aren't. It's like that's the movie they're trying to imitate because it's actually funny and has endearing characters and actually like pretty decent monster CGI and modeling going on. And then like it's just a really good movie. It's very fun. So you should watch it.
I found the stupidest picture of this movie while you were talking about it. What the fuck is this? Why is there a fucking, like, a New Jersey resident standing in front of a CGI croc that was photoshopped in the back?
That is not the original Lake Placid. That must be one of the sequels. That does not happen.
What am I looking at? Hey, forget about it. How you doing? The fuck is an alligator doing here? It's a crocodile. It's an alligator.
Oh, you're right, actually. Yeah, that's Lake Placid too. But I think Betty White is in it, and she's like this old woman who's like she's like feeding the crocodile, and they decided to make her really vulgar. And so like the deputies are and the sheriff. The sheriff is like really funny. It's who is it? Is it Brendan Gleeson? I think it is. Hold on. And he's like the sheriff. It is it.
Dude, I would also be vulgar if I was like a 102-year-old woman.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
what's stopping you at that
sheriff.
point?
Yeah, he's the sheriff, and he's like trying to tell her that she can't feed her cows to the crocodile, and then she basically like has just kind of the attitude of like, you know, are you gonna stop me, Officer Fuckstick? I think is what she calls him at one point.
What?
And then I think doesn't someone call him Dickless? Dickless is such a funny insult.
Dickless? Like
Dickless,
you're have no dick?
Well, I can't remember what happened. Like, but yeah, no, it's yeah, it's like, oh well, I hope he eats all of you. thanks, Betty White. But yeah, watch Lake Placid. Very good movie. Anyway,
question for you.
Yeah.
Is what job would you have had if you weren't a VTuber or content creator? Because I have a pretty good idea of what mine would be.
Well, I mean, I quit a job as a technical writer at Twitch to go back to full-time streaming.
Oh, I mean like
so
other like job that you would want. Doesn't have to be one
like
that realistically you'd have. Yeah.
I mean, I always wanted to be like a concept artist, but like not enough because like, you know, they get treated like dog shit and I would have been laid off like 20 times by now. So maybe not that. Like maybe like an illustrator in the VTuber scene could have worked quite nicely. But actually, honestly, if like salary wasn't a thing and like all of the horrible things that come with working in that industry, if salary wasn't a thing and all of the stuff that comes with that industry, I'd love to work like with animals. But I can never be a vet because I get too depressed.
Really?
But
That's fair.
Yeah, I did like a zookeeper for a day kind of experience, which was really fun. It's such an awesome scam. You go to the zoo, and the keeper takes you around, and you like muck out like a rhino pen or something. So you pay them to pick up rhino shit. But you get to do some cool things. You get to like make snacks for the apes and things like that. Like we were making these really cool, and it was funny because the guy was like stunned by my ability to braid paper, and it's because I used to work with horses and we used to have to like braid their manes constantly. So he was like, okay, so you want to make a kind of braid? And I was like, yeah, so like that, and he was like, yeah, perfect. And it was like, so yeah, no, I'd love to work with animals in some capacity. Like,
that's sweet.
Or maybe like a home for ferrets would be nice.
Like a ferret sanctuary.
Yeah, that would be kind of like the dream job if there was literally nothing else stopping me, kind of thing. But yeah, no, I did enjoy technical writing, in fairness, but like I think if I hadn't left when I left, I probably would have been laid off because Twitch has had like 8 layoff waves since then. Good times. All of my coworkers are gone. None of them work there anymore. No, there's like I still know like 2 people that work there, but they're not in the same. I don't know if anyone that still works support. Maybe one person.
I wanted to work. I wanted to be a cartoonist. I wanted to make cool. Garfield comic strips because I didn't know what other jobs. Well, the reason I said that is because as a kid, I didn't know there were other art jobs. I thought the only job where people did art was cartoons, was like being a cartoonist. I couldn't think of anything else. And then I became a VTuber. Could have done anything in my life. Now I'm an anime girl on the internet.
Yeah, no. When I was at university, I didn't know that was like, well, VTubing, when I went to university, VTubing was not a thing that you could become an illustrator to do. So I was like, well, I don't really know what I want to do illustration for. I don't want to go into the games industry because having been at a course for game art and design, actually the games industry is awful. Like one of our tutors was like a retired EA former employee who had to stop working in the games industry because the crunch like gave him back problems. Like he was working so many hours hunched over on his desk doing like art and stuff that he like ended up having to leave the industry because he was like in agony kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, just getting all that context is just like, nope, I don't want to be in the games industry. That sucks. So
that's actually what they said to me in college too, because I went to a college that was kind of prepping people to be in the game or movie industry for 3D animation and modeling. And the amount of times they had a game design program and every teacher would shit on the students there and be like, you need to swap out of game design. You are not going to get a job. You need to swap out right now. And it was like, oh, great. Good job. I was sitting there in those classes because we shared classes because there was a 22-month crunch degree, which means that you don't get to learn anything, but you have a stupid piece of paper that says that you did, even though you don't.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in those classes and just hearing them berate game design students and be like, swap out of this degree right now. You are not going to get a job. You are going to be the layman of the game industry. Nobody's going to take you seriously. Nobody respects game designers.
It sucks because that's really harsh, but like I feel like the vast majority of people who do get to go into game design get stuck making trees in the, like, actually this part isn't even relevant anymore because now these people have been like, you know, they like it's all automated kind of thing. But yeah, like my friend used to work in the games industry and he was essentially like a contractor, and he would come in and make trees and rocks and foliage for like, you know, a ridiculous amount of hours for like 6 months, and then he would get laid off. Like over and over and over again. It's like you will go in, make trees for 14 hours a day, and then you lose your job.
That's kind of depressing, man. I hate the game industry. It's really depressing.
Yeah, no, it's just like I think the indie industry is like this little ray of hope, but yeah, the AAA industry, chances are you will be a cog in the machine, and it will suck.
I think this might sound irresponsible, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I would say don't go to college to make indie games. If you're gonna make, if you want to make games, I would just save your money and use that college fund into maybe producing your own game, or at least doing something else while safely making a game in your free time, which honestly is what makes the best games in the first place. I'm still wowed at blueprints.
Like, no, honestly, like the games design course was good and I enjoyed it, but it absolutely was not there specifically to make you good at art. It was there to give you the tools to get into, like, you know, make connections. Like nobody was there specifically to
$100,000 for fucking connections. It's
no. This is UK university, so it's not $100,000.
You're right. You guys get never mind. My bad. I forgot I was American.
And it was actually before the price hike, so it was more like, you know. And this is, so the actual course itself was not that expensive. It's just you had to take a living loan on top of it. So I think my total student loans were like $34,000. Like, and that's including all the money that I was loaned to actually, you know, live in a house and eat.
You got all of that and you could live in a house?
Well, with like 4 other people. But yes. Yeah, no, it's like I enjoyed my time. Yeah.
Go ahead. You can finish.
Yep. Yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, it was like, I think that's the figure I saw when I last looked at my student loans. I paid them off now. Yippee!
I haven't.
No. Yeah, I hear that's pretty common for the US. Yeah, like
Dude, I had $100,000 in debt from going to a 22-month scam college that didn't have a therapy line for, you know, art students, and also they didn't come with their own. So there was no cafeteria and there was no dorms. So not only was it 22 months, $100,000, you wouldn't get fed and you wouldn't have anywhere to sleep unless you spent even more money to get a rental, and you'd have to cover your own food all the time. Not only that, if you were late to a class once, you would fail that class, and then you'd have to pay an extra $2,000 to retake those classes.
That's gross. Like,
hey,
my
man.
University, my university didn't have dorms, and it didn't have like catered food or anything like that. But the loan that you get for going to university includes like costs to help you budget that. And I was actually talking about this on my stream today, where when you would get your living money for the quarter, I think it was quarterly. It would be like, I don't know, like $3K for the entirety of that quarter, like for everything. My dad was very sweet and he helped me out with my rent a little bit, so I had more leeway than a lot of people. But there was this one kid who, the first time we got our money for living, was like, oh my God, this is more money than I've ever had in my life. And he immediately bought, so this was 2012, or no, 2010, I think, something like that, 2010, 2011, something like that. And he immediately went out and he bought a life-size replica portal gun with his money. And then basically for the rest of the fucking term, he was like having to live off of like, you know, flavored water and like rice or pasta or something, and was like, how does anyone afford to live? It's like, well, we didn't buy fucking life-size replica portal guns with our first maintenance loan.
That's based. I respect it. Are you fucking kidding? I would do the same thing. I would buy a computer. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it was so bad. There were a lot of people who had never had to actually budget money across a long period of time, and there were a lot of very harsh lessons learned in that first little bit. And even then, like even if you budgeted well, by the end of it, I was talking about this as well because chat was like, "Do you put pesto on your pasta?" It's like I do again now, but I abstained from pesto on pasta for like a decade because when it came to like the end of the like that quarter and I'm also crunching for my project and don't have time to cook, it would be pasta pesto three times a day maximum, because usually you only had one meal anyway because you're fucking poor. And that would be all you would eat day in day out for like the last 3 weeks of your term time. So it's just like
dude, for me
I don't
in
want pesto
college
anymore.
it was cheaper for me to just buy food instead of going out and getting groceries because the grocery store was too far away. So I would eat I would eat McDonald's, Wendy's, or a Firehouse Subs because I was in Florida. And because of that, I gained 100 pounds in my first year of college.
Jesus.
I know. And I did not know what to do because I was given, I think, $300 a month for food from my mom each week. Or no, did I say week? No, a month.
You said $300 a month each week, and I was sitting there like trying to calculate that.
I would get $300 a month and for food, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong, but I definitely fucked up a lot of things. But I do specifically remember sometimes foregoing getting healthy food so I could buy like an anime figure or something. It was not a good time. It was also for like animes that I did not watch. I was just like, oh, this character's pretty.
Yeah. No, I honestly had pretty good habits at university. Like I'm from a Chinese family, so rice is basically lifeblood. So I would just get this gigantic like 20-kilo bag of rice and just slowly work my way through it, because then it means like, your cost per meal is like fuck all.
Oh my god, I wish I did that. I got a rice cooker and then I would make eggs with it. Like I would boil eggs in the rice cooker in college instead of actually making fucking rice.
I got super tilted because the stove at the flat that we were renting out was an electric stove, a really shitty electric stove, and trying to make rice in a pan or like in a pot with an electric stove where it slowly warms up and slowly cools off. Like the way that I learned to make rice is, you pour the water so it's like maybe one knuckle above the rice level, and then you bring it to a quick boil, like an actual boil. Then you put the lid on and you reduce it to a very, very like gentle simmer. But trying to do that with an electric cooker that takes 10 fucking years to cool down was just like, my rice would get burned every goddamn time. So I bought a rice cooker, which was great. And then that rice cooker broke. It was like, and on a university budget, like I'm like, I can't afford to buy another rice cooker. So I guess I'll just go back to shitty rice.
You got to be careful with those things, man. I left eggs in there overnight and it came out, it exploded. I remember waking up in the morning and being like, what the fuck was that smell?
With those things. You gotta be careful with those things, he says, after horribly misusing it. That's not the rice cooker's fault. That's you being inept with it.
Well, okay.
You've gotta be careful with frying pans, man. I heard that if you leave them on the stove at full heat for 10 hours, they might burn.
I will say, after the egg explosion in my rice cooker, I got better. Like after college, I lost the 100 pounds, thank God. And it was all because I learned how to cook and I was, taking care of myself and exercising more. But like in college, I didn't really have time to think about anything else because I was working. I think they had me working 60-hour work weeks in college. And then we also had homework on top of the project grades. So I was like constantly busy. But I also, on top of that, anytime I had free time, I was also streaming. I was streaming to my audience of like 4 people and being like, hey guys, I realized that college is a fucking scam. So at this point, I'm just going to focus more on streaming this entire time while in college. Thank God this is my job. If it didn't, I'd have a useless degree and I wouldn't be able to fucking make any money streaming.
I started streaming at university too. But it was like, way back in the age of like 2011, 2012, nobody made any money from streaming. Like Vinesauce was actually like fully established when I guested there. It was already to an audience of like 50 to 150 people, depending on the time. But it was actually kind of taboo to make money from streaming back then, and like there were a couple of like scandals where someone would be like, I need to, you know, raise money to buy like a replacement computer or something.
You get called a sellout for doing anything back in the day.
You get called a sellout, and then also like there were all these fun things where the only time it was acceptable to raise money was for charity, but then because there was like absolutely no regulation or anything, people would just run off with that money, kind of thing. It was like
that
was
still
bad.
happens nowadays sometimes.
It still happens nowadays, but it was almost, it felt like it was almost guaranteed to happen back then, and it was just like, yeah, it was a little bit of a wild west. But yeah, no, there were all sorts of people doing things they probably shouldn't have been doing, and all sorts of drama that went alongside that. So yeah.
Dude, it still happens sometimes. It's
Yeah.
I know what you mean though, where it seems like it happened more often back in the day.
Well, yeah, it's like who's gonna really, like, that person changes their username and, like, you know, for the most part gets away with it. So it's like,
Oh boy, I'm scared now. I'm like remembering all the stuff that I remember seeing as a kid, because I'm pretty young. I'm fairly a young person. I know that there are a lot of people out there that think I'm actually 45 and I'm divorced and have 4 kids. I'm not. I'm young. I'm supple. Okay. I'm not super old.
Are we talking Zoomer young or millennial young?
I'll tell you my age. I'll DM you my age right now. Okay, it's not a big deal. I just don't tell anyone else. My birthday is on the 30th, so I'll tell you what my age is going to be after my birthday.
Okay.
So I'm pretty young. I feel like I'm a young man.
Okay. Yeah.
Please confirm. Don't lie about it. Are you laughing at me? Okay.
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you.
I'm spry, and
you are. Yep.
and I started on the internet very young, so I actually started making content creation around maybe 11 to 12 years old. I remember buying a Dazzle capture card, and I would make.
I loved me a Dazzle. Hell yeah.
And I would make like Halo videos. I was a Halo content creator on YouTube, so I would make Halo achievement guides. I would make like Forge map reviews on Halo. It was mainly Halo, but occasionally I would branch out to other video games. And all I remember from doing those kinds of things was constantly trying my best to make an audience, because I was just lonely. So I didn't have any, I didn't have like friends. The only people that I considered friends were people that I would make friends with only to talk to in class. That way I wasn't alone during school. But we would never talk outside of that class. So I would always do that kind of thing. Ever use a hodgepodge? No! And I was jealous of all the rich motherfuckers that could afford that. I was stuck with my 480p Dazzle. Sorry. I hate that. I just got really traumatized by seeing that word again.
That's honestly, like, I feel like capture cards way back then, like, capture cards are still shitty now, I swear to God. Like, if there's any kind of tech problem, it's mostly a capture card problem. Yeah, but I feel like when I first started streaming, like, there was a good chance that when you launched your capture card, it just would not actually capture until you rebooted. You had to, like, reboot, do a spin, like, dance left, dance right, then maybe do a little shuffle, and then maybe it would work. Yeah, then it would maybe work. I had one of these, which was a AverMedia HD DVR was my second capture card.
AverMedia.
Yeah, the AverMedia still do things. I have an AverMedia capture card right now because Elgato pissed me off that much. But yeah, I had an AverMedia HD DVR, which was
I always bought the external ones.
Little thing.
I did not have a computer, so I would actually be recording the stuff on a laptop, and making my videos on a laptop, and it was
yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't have a microphone, so in my videos. I shit you not, in my old YouTube videos.
Do you bring up Notepad and type into it on the screen?
What I did was I made my friends voice act a script for me, so I would tell them what to say and tell them what to show in the Halo Forge map reviews, and I'd be like, they won't be able to hear me because I don't have a microphone, so I would have that instead. So I was basically like a director running a show where somebody else was the one to show it off. And the fucking weird thing is that Heavenly Father knew one of the guys who I used to record my videos with, and now I know him, and now it like came back full circle, which is fucking crazy.
I remember audio was like all the old programs and the audio we had to use was just like absolutely terrible. I remember specifically like before there was OBS, there was XSplit. So we went from Procaster, which we used to call Pro Crasher because it was fucking awful, to XSplit. Yeah, and then XSplit Broadcaster. And for some reason, XSplit Broadcaster decided to absolutely nuke the 99% audience share they had of streamers by making it so that audio codecs, I was reading X shit in chat and codecs. Audio codecs were premium. You had to pay for the one that didn't sound like shit. And literally everyone except on like in Vinesauce except for Vinny and Joel basically jumped ship. Please stop spamming shit in chat. My God. Jumped ship from XSplit to OBS pretty much overnight because like the free one sounded awful. Like if you raised your voice even slightly, distortion, terrible like nonsense. And most because we weren't making money, the only people that were really making any money was like Vinny and Joel from YouTube specifically, like I guess. And then like none of us were making money, so we're like, why would we spend money on the fucking streaming program? So we all just jumped to OBS instead.
For anyone confused, this is the other Joel. She's not talking about me.
Yeah, sorry, Uel, Varg Skeletor.
Is that how you pronounce it actually, or are you putting an accent on it for fun?
No, he's Swedish.
Oh.
So Uel.
Man, what the fuck? You guys are not allowed to confuse me with them anymore if that's actually how you pronounce the name.
Yeah, no. Usually when I say I will distinguish by saying Joel or Uel.
Yeah, you could also just say, I mean. You could really emphasize the OO and be like Joel, whoa. A lot of people do that actually.
I could do that, but then I would be like using OO speak in real time, and that's actually a sin. So.
Do you know that this is actually my name is actually a meme on that because I forgot to change it. It was never supposed to be Joel. That was not a intended name. I just changed it was Joel Marionette a long time ago, Joel, and then I think 7 years ago OO was becoming popular, changed my name to Joel as a joke, and then I just forgot about it because I don't look at my Twitter name. I only look at the tag. Forgot about it for 6 years, and then people started calling me Joel, and I was like, wait, why do people call me that? That's not my fucking name. Just never changed it. If I change, it's too late now. If I change it, people are gonna be like, why the fuck did you change your name?
Yeah, it's kind of like you're stuck with it a little bit.
Kinda. I wanted to bring the point of shitty audio from back in the day. I actually I don't ever show this unless it's my anniversary stream, which is January 1st. But do you want to hear some of the shitty audio that I had from one of my videos from 2011?
I can try and find an equivalent. It will be a group stream, so I won't be able to find just me, but let me see if I can find.
Hold on. Let me I'll show some cringe. This is a video from when I was like, I don't know, maybe 10. I don't know how old I was. I was very young. I was like definitely in the teen era. Here, let's bring down the TV. I'll show you this one. This is one of the first videos on my YouTube channel. I never changed channels when I became a VTuber, even though I should have. If you ever become a new person, chat, make a new channel. It's better for YouTube.
I didn't. My YouTube channel's fucking old, man. I guess I'll unmute the stream so I can hear it.
Can you back up? No, I'll screen share with you. It's okay.
Okay.
I feel like you're a vampire and you're about to like fucking take my blood. Can you back up a little bit? No, don't do that.
Okay, one sec.
Bring down the TV. Mods! Sorry, they're asleep. There we go. Thank you. There we go. Here comes, you're getting a very special thing. I only show this once a year normally. This is the first time I've ever shown one of these videos not once a year.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Caboose. Let's see what we have.
I didn't screen share it yet. I'm sorry. I forgot.
You're fine.
I just jump scared
I put
myself.
on the stream. It's fine.
Are you okay? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep
Today,
quiet so I
let's
don't hear
see,
myself.
It's Slayer on Pinnacle. We are red team, 50 points to win. As you always see me rush for the sniper. I got a little confused right here. Running.
Sorry, I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna die. I actually started and then I immediately regretted it. But that was the audio that I had in like, I don't remember. This was 13 years ago. This is a video from 13 years ago.
Beautiful. Like, I think the only video that exists of me from 13 years ago is this one. And unfortunately, I'm mostly not audible in it because way back then, like, you know, there's always those accusations where it's like, oh yeah, you're a VTuber, so you're putting on a voice. Like, I actually put on a voice more back then because, like, you know, the old internet where, like, if you wanted to be a woman that was included, you kind of more had to be like one of the guys. So I had this like whole thing where I was like, you know, kind of depressed sounding and just kind of like lower register, kind of like not even
because
necessarily
as we
don't
all
care.
know, if you're a woman with a higher voice, it actually offends and triggers the alpha male pack around you.
Honestly, a little bit. And I just honestly, I just wanted to fit in and be like, you know, like hang out with people and not be accused of, because back then all you had to do is exist. I mean, it's not so different now, but it kind of is.
It still is like that
all
now.
you had to do, all you had to do is exist, and you'd be accused of like trying to sleep with all the boys because that's what the women's did. So like,
There
yeah,
are
I just
still
tried to be
people like that now, which is why it's so fucking ridiculous. In fact, there might be more people like that nowadays, unfortunately.
Yeah, but like if you go back and look at my old clips, my voice is lower, and I honestly just sound sad because I was. So when people are like, "Why did you change your voice when you became a VTuber?" It's like, no, I lowered my voice to try and fit in back then, and I hated it. I just felt really like weird, like talking in a lower register all the time, and it was just like, I don't know. It was kind of down here, and I was just like.
You do sound a little sad when you say that like that.
Yeah. So yeah, no, there's a few clips, and like I think the older stuff is like on my channel, but then there's like this old, like I don't know if there's any of me on here, but the audio is like the same. I think there's like one clip, and it's genuinely me yelling. And actually, this video is so old that it's like 4:3. Like I wouldn't necessarily play this on stream because I don't remember if there's any gamer words in it, because that's the era that it was. I don't think there is, but I don't want to like put that on your stream raw and uncut, so to speak.
You're right. I gotta be careful.
Yeah, that's for you. That's for you. There's some like really old stuff where I'm like, I think this is okay, but it might not be okay. We used to have this thing called autopilot, because you on livestream.com you could queue YouTube videos for people to watch when the stream wasn't live, or you could just have one set up so that it would cycle through a set playlist that was on YouTube. And sometimes I'll go back and be like, what were some of these videos? And then I have to ask my mods to take a quick look and make sure there's nothing in there that's going to get me in trouble. And then one time I was talking about the video. There was this old, I think it was like E-Bomb's World video. It was called Sexual Harassment in the Workplace, which is exactly what you might think. And it was mostly fine, except in one shot they had a big swinging dildo in the background. And I forgot about the big swinging dildo in the background, and I was showing it to chat. But fortunately, ain't no snitches in my chat, and I didn't get told off for it.
Dude,
so.
That's I have okay, two things. One, that's kind of what stops me from wanting to watch old machinima, because I'm a big machinima fan, because that's what I used to watch all the time back in the day, because obviously if you like Halo, most of the time you'll like machinima. That's what stops me, because my god, they throw that R word around a lot. Another thing is that I have shown porn accidentally on my stream more times than I can count, and I've never been banned, thankfully. Never in my life, even though it's happened at least 6 times. I remember there was a specific time back when I was a face cam streamer where I opened up Twitter, and somebody that I followed may have retweeted something, because as you know, whenever you follow an artist on Twitter, you are always in a you're basically risking your well-maintained timeline just by following an artist. And I specifically remember, and nobody here will remember this because none of you were here for this, but during a face cam stream, I went to open Twitter, and immediately the first thing that that pops up on Twitter is just like straight up porn. And all I remember is that there was a screenshot that my viewers were posting around that was just my face, right, like side by side to the cropped porn, and it would just be like, because it was my exact reaction at the same time, and it was awful. It was a fucking awful experience.
Honestly, it's very brave of you to actually put like your Twitter feed on stream.
No, this is before it was a well-known thing not to do that kind of thing. This is like maybe 8 years ago, back before like everyone was like, guys, don't do that.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever done it, because it was just like you never know what people are going to put up there. It's not worth it, man. It's just not.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying. That's it. And nowadays everyone laughs at it. Everyone laughs at any kind of like mention of, I feel like sexual humor has gotten used more. I feel like back in the day, whenever I watched a YouTube video, I feel like sexual humor was like lesser, and then now I don't know if it's because I'm a VTuber, I feel like dick jokes are more prevalent. Not that it's a bad thing, I don't give a shit, it doesn't bother me personally, but I do feel like it's gotten more.
For me specifically, like way back when in the olden days, if you, and this still does happen again, but if you are a lady and you make sexual jokes, back then it was just assumed that you were making sexual jokes because look at me, I have a vagina on the internet, look at me. And so I just didn't make those kind of jokes because it really wasn't worth getting the shit for it. But now I'll make jokes like that because they're funny.
Yeah.
So, and generally most people are fairly understanding about it. And or they they would think that if I make a sexual joke, it's like, wow, do you want that guy? Is that why you're making a sexual joke? It's like, no, it's just funny.
People can't. Yeah, that kind of is one of the things that happen nowadays. If you try to make any sexual joke, somebody is going to get mad about it. But you just have to hope that the majority of people that are around you are not weird, and they'll be able to like differentiate that.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I actually, for me, I'm kind of like, I'm fairly like careful and very slow to get to know new people. So like, especially if I get pulled into a group thing with people I don't know very well, like I feel like I present myself very differently to when I'm hanging out with people I know well. Like if I get dragged in and I'm hanging out with Vinny, who I've known for 14 years, then I will be very different and than I would be if I was pulled into a collab with a bunch of people I didn't know. And like part of that is just like I'm meaner. I'm mean to Vinny. He's my good and lovely friend who I love very much. I'm fucking mean to him, but in like a nice way. It's like, you know when you just feel like you can be comfortable like being that way with someone because you know that neither of you are going to take it seriously.
Yeah, it's when you find the boundaries between you and another friend and you're like, okay, now I can just push you. Now I can just I can push your buttons.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I absolutely wouldn't make jokes like that in a group where I'm not entirely sure how it's going to be taken. So I usually hang out with people that like I know are going to be chill, and that's fair. And then if I'm on my own on stream, it's like all bets are off, man. I say some really weird stuff. Also, speaking of getting banned for nudity or you putting like or accidentally showing porn on stream, things like that.
Yeah.
I know someone who put this picture on stream, and I honestly think they caught a ban because like they were knowingly doing don't put this picture on stream.
What is this picture?
So that picture, he put it on stream specifically because when you glance at it, that woman's arm looks like a gigantic penis, and
who the fuck
put it
thought
there.
That? What?
Yeah, he put it there knowing that full well, and I guess the Twitch moderation team knew that he was being a shit on purpose about that arm and banned him because even though it's not a dick, it kind of looks like a dick.
What arm? The right one or the left? I'm so because I don't see it.
The one with her hair over it, because there's the hair and the lighting makes it. Yeah, I think it looks very much like a dick.
Oh, dude.
Okay, chat, if you're in my Discord, I'm gonna post it in my Discord, and you can determine, because I think it looks very dickish, but there it goes.
Is this really a photo that got somebody banned?
Yes.
Joel can mod
And
see? Yeah, I'll show it to the mods. Chat, I'll just put it in the stream chat. This is going to be... People who are not in the stream but are in my Discord are going to be very confused by this, but I'm putting it in the streams and art chat in the Discord server.
Anybody who's like in the Discord but not actively participating in this stream right now is suddenly like the Discord just lit up with like 30 people saying, that's a dick! So they're just like, what the fuck?
I don't see... Like, I have to squint to see it. I did not notice that at all. And I would say that I'm
it looks
kind
like
of
she's
like...
got a dick in a cup.
I'm
She looks like she's got a dick in a cup.
sexual joke-oriented person, and I did not see that at first.
No, really. Like I absolutely see a penis every single time. I can see what it isn't as well.
I think I had to be zoomed out. I think it's because I zoomed in on it too quickly.
Oh yeah, don't zoom in on it. You're supposed to just glance at it like as you go through the thumbnails of an image search or something. But yeah, no, I think he caught a ban more because they knew that he was putting it there and basically being like, haha, it's not actually a dick, so I won't get in trouble for it. And I think a moderator went, actually, you're being a shithead. Like, you know, play stupid games. And they gave him a ban for it.
I think that's fair. I think if somebody's knowingly doing it, but if it's an accident, it's fine.
Yeah, like, you know, if I was looking at pictures of the Chuckle Brothers, which is who they are, and that showed up because there's actually a BBC article about how it's an optical illusion. So, like, if you search Chuckle Brother arm photo, you get this whole BBC article about that arm looking like a penis. And so, you know, if I Googled the Chuckle Brothers, they're a famous comedy duo from, like, you know, 80s, 90s, and earlier kind of thing. That picture would probably show up. And if it just happened to show up in a Google image search, I don't think I would catch a ban for it. But if I then saved it, put it on screen, and then left it there for 2 hours, I would absolutely deserve to catch a ban for that.
Trying. You're really pushing your boundaries for that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing where I think it was Aris, like avoiding the puddle. You know the softcore booths in Yakuza?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went in there and just sat there staring at like some of the softcore, and it ended up being the thumbnail on the stream and stuff. And I don't think it was a ban. He caught a warning for that. And it's like, you knew what you were doing. Like, he was sitting there for just like forever staring at these things that would become the thumbnail. And like, well, technically, like, you don't get banned for stuff that's part of the game, but when you like do that, Twitch will be like, okay, I call your bluff, and slap you for it.
It's like a weird game of chicken. Honestly, where you're like trying to push boundaries to see how far you can go until someone actually calls you out.
Yeah, it's essentially like, you know, for all the Twitch, like people will be like, oh yeah, context doesn't matter. In that specific situation, it actually does, and they will in there if they're like, you are totally trying to push your luck and being a little shithead, you will catch shit for it.
Limes, can I be honest with you? I'm having a good time and everything. But and I've been kind of scared to bring this up, you know. I'm a little terrified to talk about this because I don't know how you're gonna react. Hey, what's up with your racism against dolls? What's going on? Why are you laughing? Why? This is a serious conversation. What's up with you and your hatred for dolls and puppets?
I don't hate dolls. Actually, what it is mannequins specifically. And then dolls kind of like catch shit as like a secondary because they kind of fill the same thing specifically
so now
in
I'm the
horror
same
games.
as a mannequin, huh?
Don't fucking start with me, man. Like, so you know Doctor Who?
I do know Doctor Who, yeah.
Okay, so Doctor Who had a very famous episode in the David Tennant era called Don't Blink.
Yeah,
and
I feel like everyone knows the Weeping Angels.
Yeah, the Weeping Angels. So it's actually specific. It's not mannequins. What it is it's anything that doesn't move when you're looking at it and then moves when you're not. So like that episode traumatized me. I was a little kid. It scared the fuck out of me because there's like a specific scene where he's like staring at an angel and it's in like the middle distance, and then he can't help but blink, or he looks back, looks away, looks back as quickly as he can, and then the angel is literally like right in his fucking face. It's like that kind of thing where you're like not looking at it, and then it moves and you turn around and it's right fucking there. And the reason why mannequins and dolls catch shit is because games like doing it with mannequins and dolls. That's like their go-to. They will do it so much with mannequins and dolls. I guess they don't want to do statues because then people will be like, wow, you ripped off Don't Blink when because it was specifically with statues and that. But actually I played Chronos recently, and that one was statues. It was fucked up, man. I picked up a bonus. Basically, like, you can pick up the souls of people, and they give you like buffs and stuff like that. And I essentially was like, should I fuck around and pick up the soul of a dude who very clearly was not mentally healthy before he got murdered by the meat mass? And then I did, and it caused all the statues to start moving around in my mind. It was terrifying. But yeah, there was a DLC for Resident Evil Village as well, I think, that did it specifically with mannequins again. So it's just the games happen to use mannequins. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, he's gone. He doesn't believe my explanation. Well, okay. Stream takeover time. This is my stream. Oh wait, he's resizing. Oh no, you're here. Hi.
I was trying to not move, and then I accidentally, when I scrolled to like.
Oh, you wanted me to not look and then get jump scared. Unfortunately, I had Discord window up because I was like, I was checking.
Time.
I was not looking at you. No.
That's okay.
You were trying to be a mannequin. I understand what you were going for.
It's fine.
Yeah, no,
it's fine.
I think we need to be in 3D. Let's go into VR with 3D models, and then you can do the bit.
I'll try my best. I do have a 3D model that I can do full body with, and I'm pretty happy with. But I also want to get a 3D model of my regular. So that stems from everything, because I remember watching you play a couple of different games with puppets in it, and I join in at the absolute worst fucking time where you're immediately like, you're not dropping slurs against dolls or anything, but it feels like you really want to every time I pop in.
Honestly, like, Crime Scene Cleaner was really bad for it. Like,
what?
It hadn't.
What?
Yeah, no, it hadn't done anything like that. Like, there were just some games that decide they suddenly want to do a horror section, and I think because it's like an easy thing to do, because you don't have to really implement any kind of new like mechanics in the game engine. You just move some props around. Like, unfortunately, it just so happens that when you drop by and I'm playing horror, chances are there's gonna be a fuck you mannequin section.
That hurts my feelings, Limes. You know,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
go around being rude to ferrets. I don't call you raccoons. I don't call you possums.
A ferret's a well-known horror plot device. I don't think I've ever seen a ferret in a horror movie.
You fucking scratched up my fucking floor. I feel like that's pretty terrifying. You know how much money it's gonna cost?
Genuinely, ferrets, like, if you have a closed door, so you know, like how like doors generally have that little bit of space at the bottom so that they don't, fuck up your floor when you open them. A ferret will see that as, there's something in the distance, I must reach it. And they genuinely believe that, like, any situation can be like, the problem is carpet has give, so they genuinely think they're making progress when they scratch at it. Unlike a hard floor, they'll give up very quickly, but carpet, no, it feels like there's give. So my ferrets would dedicatedly, like, try and dig their way out through the carpet underneath the door. And also, like, they would also, if they hit the door, they would think that meant that the door was giving way. So I had one ferret that would, like, stand on 2 legs and beat the ever-loving shit out of the gate with his front feet. And it was so goddamn loud because we had, like, covered the gate in plastic so they couldn't get through the barrier. And so when he hit it, it was just the plastic going ba-do, 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 ba-do. And he would just noisemaker with that every night. And it was like, please stop. But, I had to put down, like, plastic carpet protectors, like, on both sides of the door, and then some way out to stop them from being like, I can dig my way through here, and I still have fucked up carpet.
Mother,
like,
I must burrow. You can't stop me.
Like, it's like, mother, there's something on the other side of this door, and I will find it.
Let me burrow, mother. I need to burrow.
I mean, they get used for rabbiting, which is like, they put them down rabbit tunnels to go and, like, murder the rabbits. So
is it possible to let them have, like, a little hole in your house? Not in your house, but if you had, like, a backyard, would it be healthy to give the ferrets, like, an area in your backyard to burrow? Or do they? No. How do they handle being inside of a house?
They're fine. Like, what you do is you just get, like, little tunnels for them to roam through. Like, you can get, like, little plastic tunnels. Like, you know how, like, there can be, like, cat
so it's
tunnels?
not actually the
just
act of digging. Smaller. It's just being in a tunnel.
They like tunnels. They like exploring. It's not necessarily that they need to dig. It's just that they want to explore. And, trying to beat the hell out of your carpet is the way that they think that's going to happen. They do.
What
You can
silly
get
animals.
yeah, you can get a dig box, and some of them like it. My ferrets were never hugely into the act of digging. They just like squeezing into places. But I had like a dig box full of rice because obviously I have a lot of access to rice. So I would just get big plastic box, fill that with rice, and then I would grab them and throw them in, and they would go ah, and just start flinging themselves around.
Could you get a
It's
Pringles
like
tube?
overstimulation.
Could you put a ferret in a Pringle tube?
You're not supposed, like, there's like a very famous image, like people link it to me, of a ferret in like a kitchen roll.
A kitchen
And
roll?
that's the yeah, you know, like a kitchen roll tube, like the cardboard tube that's left behind after you use a paper towel tube. Yeah, yeah. Someone put a ferret in there. It's not good for them. It's too squished. Something like a Pringle can, for a very small ferret, might be, I wouldn't.
So
That's too tight.
They want stimulation. They don't want to be in like, they don't want just a tight space.
No, yeah, they don't necessarily want to be squished. They just want to go places and explore things. The thing that they did like doing is I have a little crocodile. Like it's like a crocodile. It is for ferrets. It's a ferret crocodile toy. I think it's actually sold by Marshalls. So hold on. Ferret crocodile toy.
I kind of want this, but like human sized. I want a giant bag of rice that I can roam around in.
Yeah, it's like hollow on the inside. Actually, this is a picture of a ferret playing with one, so here you go. Yeah, it's hollow on the inside and all like soft and squishy. And what my ferrets would do is they would burrow themselves in there and go to sleep. And so I still have the crocodile because it smells like my ferrets.
Can I show
like,
this?
even now? Yeah, of course. That's not my ferret.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to dox your ferrets.
No. Yeah, no. It's
I love the idea.
Good.
This is a newer idea to me, but it's the idea of people being like, "Don't dox my pets." Like the pet is like you can identify the pet.
So many ferrets.
Oh, dude, that's so cute. See, here's the thing, right? Like, I don't want to be a ferret, but I kind of want to be a ferret inside of a rice package. But also, at the same fucking time, here's the problem. Humans will die in grain silos. Ferrets will not. So,
I mean, in
already
fairness, I had to supervise them. They probably, like, managed to fucking... Yeah, no, I think that'd be very good. Ferrets are very bad at, like, not managing to get themselves into a situation where it's like, you could die.
Yeah, not us,
they're just
though.
bad at it. No, of course,
us.
not people. But no, ferrets are also really good at making things look incredibly comfy. Like, that second picture I sent you, like, have you ever been that comfy in your goddamn life and all he's doing is, like, snuggled inside a depressed-looking crocodile?
You know...
God, I've never been that comfy.
I have, and the one time I've been the comfiest in my life was when I was in a pretzel position in bed. And basically, so how I like to sleep is I like to bend one arm back behind my neck, right in between my head and my pillow, and then the other arm actually behind my back, but like bent in a way. Because for some reason, the most comfortable I've ever
Because you're a freak?
I'm okay. I'm admitting a very personal detail, and you don't need to fucking shout. It's like a therapist pulling out a gun after I say that I did something. That's crazy. Look, I'm just saying, the most comfortable I am is when my body, like the Peter Griffin death pose is comfortable to me. And it's just because the feeling of being stretched is super nice. I don't know. Like if we brought those old school like torture toys or torture tools where like somebody puts you on a fucking stretcher and they slowly stretch out your limbs, I think I actually would fall asleep in that because of how comfortable it is. Like just go a little bit without actually ripping off my limbs. That would feel amazing. That would feel like so good, dude. The feeling of being drawn and quartered without dying.
Do you think maybe what you might need is a massage? Do you think maybe you just need a massage, man, or some kind of like physical therapy, like go see a physio or something? Like I'm getting the read of like my back is in knots and I don't know what to do about it from you right now.
Actually, maybe. Okay, look, all right. I have sciatica and I have a shin splint, and also I'm tall. Of course, I probably need a massage.
I mean, you're tall. Your back is fucked, man.
It's nice. It's nice. You don't understand. You should try sleeping with your arms in a pretzel position one day.
No. What I usually do is I am very much a side sleeper, and I have like a nice supportive big pillow for side sleeping, and then I am on my side, and then I pull my arms up so that they are right on my chest, like tucked in, and then I pull my legs up, and then I am a ball on my side.
Are you a ferret?
I might be.
You might be a real ferret.
Yeah, I might be a ferret.
I might be a real doll with the way. I might be a real marionette with the way my arms position themselves. Jesus Christ. VTubers are more like their characters than you would think, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
You sleep like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. Jesus
like,
Christ.
It's like a bowl, but like I have my head well supported, so it's like my head isn't tucked into my body or anything. I'm like supported by the pillow.
Can I offer you an idea?
Mm-hmm.
This is personally what I think would be the most comfortable sleeping position. Take your head off, put it on a separate pillow. That way you don't have to worry about your head being anchored when you sleep. Think about it.
Yeah,
Genuinely think about it for a
so.
second.
I guess so.
Would you like
to see? Would you like to see how ferrets can sleep? Hold on. Here's a couple. Because
I've activated
famously,
her trigger word.
Yeah, ferrets don't have spines. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Wait, do they know?
No, they do.
I would
they do have
actually believe
spines,
you
but
if you said that. Careful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that for that first one, like that ferret's head is like at their back feet. They're just like, yes, I will become a U shape. I will bend myself in half. Don't worry about it.
This actually looks like it'd be super comfortable too.
Like if I was that bendy, hell yeah. If you could use like your own like leg as a pillow, why the fuck not?
Yeah, but like, hear me out. If you don't have to worry about having bones, you can just take your body parts off. Have you ever wanted to take your legs off before?
No.
What? Normally I find people that agree with me. What the fuck?
Wasn't there an article not that long ago about a dude who like amputated his own, like he was a doctor?
I would get the best sleep if I didn't have legs.
Yeah, oh no, he was a doctor and he amputated his own legs to like fulfill a fetish or something, which is like fucked up and weird. But then like I think he also like amputated other, I don't know, but like the problem came in the fact that he had amputated other people's limbs, and then it came into question like, was it necessary? Like at that point, because like you don't know if his judgment was impaired because he's got a weird thing. It's like, did those people have to lose their fucking limbs, man?
What if the fetish came after he took away their legs?
I don't know.
Well, mine's not a fetish. Thank you. I didn't fucking say that your sleeping position was a fetish. What is with this double standard here? What's going on?
I was tangenting.
Is this because you don't like dolls?
There's no double standard. I think there might be a victim complex because it had nothing to do with what you were saying. I was just saying.
Now she's throwing the words victim complex against me. Okay. Look, I'm just saying.
It's all breaking down, man. It's all breaking. We're hitting like 1 a.m. I'm getting real tired, man.
I would like to say, I just think it'd be comfortable if right before bed or when I'm sitting down on a chair, I could just like pop off one of my legs. That way I don't have to worry about sciatica activating, and it'd just be kind of nice. It'd be comfortable.
I cannot say I agree. I think maybe just because, like, you know, I'm really short in general. So I don't feel like I need to remove my legs because I already don't take up that much space, you know?
Can you kick your legs when you're sitting on a chair? Can you kick them back and forth?
Depends on the chair. Well, yeah, 99% of chairs I can. Like even the only reason I can't on this chair is because it's a Herman Miller size A, which is designed for really, really short people. So this chair is okay, but pretty much every other chair, yes.
Can I
actually?
Sorry, you activated my trigger phrase. You said Herman Miller, and Herman Miller pisses me off so much because everyone is always like, just get a Herman Miller chair. I can't, dipshit. I'm 6'2". Fuck you.
Why don't you just get a size C?
It's not long enough.
Is it not? Size C is for people that's really tall. That sucks.
Look, it's not long enough, and it's expensive.
It's average. Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm 6'2". Shut up, chat. Mods, kill everyone that's saying they're 6'2". They're all lying.
Yeah, this person says I'm 6'3" and I have a Herman Miller. I'm 6'2" and have a. Actually, like Cammy's not even like giving you shit. He has a Herman Miller.
Mods, get rid of everyone that says they're above 6 foot in the chat.
Legit. That one's legit. That man has that chair.
Mods, kill everyone that says they're above 6'2" in the chat, please. Thank you. I don't know. It's just I don't really like the idea of Herman Millers. For some reason I don't vibe with them. And I think it's because I grew
That's
up
fair.
with the idea of lazy boys as chairs. And I would always use like I actually, when I was in college, I would use a lazy boy as my like chair, my desk chair. Or well, a couch, I guess. So that's something that I've always really kind of wanted to have. I'm 6'10", don't complain, shorty. Are you lactose intolerant,
like...
Limes? Sorry,
Yeah.
that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. No, that's fair. But no, I like my Herman Miller. I have a lot of problems with my back and shoulders if I'm not sitting properly. I like grew up horse riding, so I have a really, really straight back posture. So lazy boy would be like the absolute nightmare for me. I have to like sit very, very like straight. I'm kind of like, yeah, ramrod straight at any time. So the Herman Miller works for me. But yes, I am lactose intolerant, but I'm one of those lactose intolerant people where it's only mild. So I just say fuck it, we ball and eat cheese and drink milk.
I'm counting how many VTubers that I know that are lactose intolerant. Dude, what the fuck is with so many VTubers that I know being like horse girls, where they actually rode horses? What is going on? How did they? How does horse riding lead into VTubing when they get older? What the fuck?
I don't know. There are quite a few of us. I can't remember. I think it was Amma that I was talking about horses with lately.
Also likes horses. Yes.
Yeah. Amma's. I don't know. Horses are fun. Like I think it's more just like a lot of girls go through a horse phase, and
I blame the movie
maybe
Spirit.
there's Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron. Let's go. Yeah, we all go through horse phases because that's why horse girl is a thing. And I guess there's just like, an interesting amount of us who actually were able to find or, go and ride a horse rather than it just being like, sit in your bedroom with your horse posters and think about what it would be like to be able to ride a horse.
We should like change the generation. I think that all women should be super into knights and being a knight.
Okay. But the problem is, like, horses are really cute.
You could ride a knight. You could ride a horse as a knight.
I could what? Sorry.
You could ride a horse as a knight. Freudian slip. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, this stream went really weird.
I don't know. I just want more people to wear knight armor. I want knight armor to be like a socially acceptable thing that people can just walk around in.
Did you see that? Like, there was like a video of it being like, it should be more socially acceptable to dress like you're in the 50s again. And then like, but the couple that were doing it looked really awkward, which is why everyone was staring at them. And then they also had the world's largest fucking selfie stick. And it's like, people aren't staring at you because you're dressed like you're from. Yeah, it's like people aren't just like staring at you because you're dressed like you're from the 50s. They're staring at you because one, you look horribly uncomfortable, and two, you have the world's largest fucking selfie stick, and you're just waving that shit around.
Yeah.
People think you're freaks.
I don't want something like that. I just want to be able to like wear knight armor in the house, and when I go get groceries, I want to wear armor. I don't know. I just want to wear armor at all times.
You could.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk to people, and I know somebody's going to start a conversation if I do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of have to make your choice there, really.
No, but like, if I walk around with my armor, what if somebody comes up to me and they're wearing like Crocs and a t-shirt, and they're like, "What lord do ye serve?" And then I'll have to admit that I actually serve no lord, and they're gonna look at me like I'm some kind of peasant knight roaming around as a commoner. And then like, what if they try to duel me because I don't have a lord to serve? And like, they look down on me because I'm a peasant wearing knight armor, as if I'm some kind of nouveau rich merchant trying to get into the noble class.
This is a very specific set of fears.
I have a very specific set of preferences in life. Okay.
I always used to like, I know in America they have like Ren fairs and stuff, but here, because there's like so many castles and things, I used to go to a castle called Warwick Castle when I was growing up, and that was really cool because like the people there would all be dressed up. They would have like jousting and things, and you could show up to that in your armor and nobody would even slightly question you. But they might try an RP with you, honestly, though, because like you would look like you were employed there, I think.
That's the problem.
It was really cool.
I'm
unemployed.
I don't serve a lord, Limes. I don't have a lord to serve.
No,
what
I mean,
kind
you
of
could
knight
just say
am I?
Terrible knight, apparently. But Yeah, no, it's really cool because they'll have like, there's like an actual spit roast pig being roasted, so the whole like the campgrounds like smells like roasting boar and stuff like that. And then they have like a joust. They have a trebuchet, and they'll just eat shit with the trebuchet, which is very, very cool.
Have you ever been to a what the fuck's it called? A medieval times where they do the whole show of jousting in front of you while you eat?
I don't remember if it's called medieval times, but I have been to one of those, yeah, because I liked horses.
They are really cool. The food is absolutely terrible. I went to one in Vegas, which probably is a good idea, is why it was bad. But I went to one in Vegas, and the food they served was like unseasoned tiny bird with like bread and I don't know what they had. They didn't really give you anything else. It was just that, and it was like a $30 meal. It was not good.
I'm trying to remember. The only time I went was actually with the girls that I used to work with horses with. So I would have been like 10 to 12 years old. So I don't really remember it, but yeah, no, it was the same kind of thing. Watched the jousting, and
peasant at birth.
And they always had like, a story. Like there was always like, the bad night and the good night that you had to vote, that you wanted to cheer for and stuff like that, which was fun. But I did like a bunch of weird stuff with the girls that we went to the yard with. Like at one point we found out that there was a square dance being held like in the town hall a little bit away from where we worked with the horses. So like we all showed up and we were like ages 11, 10, and 14. And all of these old people were so excited that we were here to square dance with them.
Wait, that's kind of wholesome.
And yeah, it was really sweet. And then we went square dancing. It was fun.
Square dancing. This is gonna sound like this is gonna be the big cultural difference here. That was like a mandatory thing in my school.
Oh yeah, no, not here. It was novel enough that as a bunch of kids, we were just like, that sounds funny. I'm gonna do that.
When I was a kid in the public school that I went to, it was actually a mandatory thing where we had to learn how to square dance when we were between the ages of 10 to maybe 12. In school, they'd be like, all right, you're going to learn how to square dance now. And it's like, why am I learning how to square dance? What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
That was one of the weird things in America. God, that's like a buried down memory that just came up as soon as you said square dancing.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's very novel here compared to America. It's like, it's kind of funny when I tell people that I never saw like a gun in person until I was in an airport like 4 or 5 years ago. And people are like, how did you not physically see a gun until that time? It's like, because they don't exist here. It was like the armed people like patrolling the airport. And I was like, wait, they have armed people at the airport? That's fucked up. And it's actually weird because obviously to a point, guns are normalized for me digitally because you play video games and stuff, but actually seeing one in real life, I had this weird visceral reaction of like, that's scary.
I agree. I had not seen a gun for years, and then one of my older brother's friends who was in the Marines in America came back from his service, and he came to my house with my older brother, and they were kind of talking to me while I was playing video games, and he was like, do you want to see something cool? And he brings in a giant case, and inside of it is like a fucking assault rifle. And I'm like,
Jesus.
What the fuck? And he's like, you like it? Do you want to go shooting sometime? And I was like, no, I don't like guns. The only guns that I like are the DMR from Halo Reach, brother. This is not it. And I don't know, it freaked me out. He was also the same dude who always wanted to wrestle with me, Chet. I don't know. I was not really into that kind of thing when I was younger. So I always thought swords were like cooler. I liked fantasy styled stuff more than guns most of the time. So it was just I had that same visceral reaction of you where I was just like, I don't like this. I don't know why. No, it just feels weird. Maybe that's brainwashing. I don't fucking know. I don't like it.
It was surreal almost. It was like, is that real? Is that just a toy that this person has? No, that's real. That's weird. Yeah, no, I don't particularly care for like super realistic gun games either. Like I like stuff that's kind of goofy, like TF2 or something like that, or Helldivers. Although a lot of Helldivers ones are modeled off of something semi-realistic, but I guess the way the guns work aren't necessarily realistic.
It's posted in a lighter mood. Helldivers is goofy inherently.
Yeah, when it's like, Counter-Strike where they've got like spread pattern that you have to pull back against and things like that, and there's like bullet drop or it's like a military sim or something like that. I'm just like, no, no.
You can kind of get the vibes off of a game. Like if I see someone playing Helldivers, I'm like, okay, that's somebody that can probably laugh at jokes. If I see someone playing CS2, I'm gonna think they're gonna call me a slur. Like there's a very like general difference in the vibes of a video game and the community that plays that game that you can tell.
I can't judge that level, man. I play League.
Okay, but League is such a large pool of population. That's completely different.
Is it? I feel like maybe it's not anymore, man. I feel like League's kind of fallen off. I don't know.
I don't know what League's numbers are, but I think I don't know. It's probably still super popular.
I actually wonder if like CS. I know League's competitive scene has struggled because Riot horribly mismanaged it. I don't know what it's like compared to CS these days, but I feel like I personally don't hear much about League day to day anymore. But then again, algorithm lets us all like hang out in our little bubbles. So
now that you've mentioned, I think you're right. The only times I hear about League nowadays are people saying not to play League or joking about how much they like or hate League.
Yeah, the only time it ever like picks up a little bit is like literally when Worlds is happening, and then it just immediately dies off afterwards for me. And that's because I look for stuff about Worlds.
That is crazy. I always liked everything about League of Legends that had nothing to do with the game.
Yeah, I specifically went to the League of Legends subreddit to see like how active that is right now, and the top post is Riot August says that the problem with bringing in new players to League is not the difficulty of the game, but how punishing it is to be bad at the game. So clearly that's still an active discussion people are having. I know they were having. Yeah,
I'm mutuals with Riot August.
What the hell?
The bald guy who works on League. I forgot about him. He randomly followed me on TikTok one day, and then I followed him back realizing he was roommates with another VTuber that I knew. And I was like, what?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Yeah, no, he's like one of the developers, I guess, still. I don't really keep up that much. I only ever play ARAM. I don't play Summoner's Rift. The only Summoner's Rift I played was an Earth so that I could see the winter map, which was really cute. They had a little train going round and round the rift, which was
I don't know what you said, except for ARAM. I played League once, like tens of years ago or something, when I was in high school. And the one time I played it was with a friend who wanted me to play it with him, and then he just shit talked me the entire time, and then I was like, I never want to play League again. And then I never played League ever again. And that was it. That was the only times I ever played it.
I swear, League turns people into sleeper agents because my chat is really cozy and really sweet and lovely and like the nicest chat you could ever have. But the one time I streamed League, like the people that got it, like, jumped into play, just immediately started being really toxic to each other in game chat. Like none of them are ever like it, and I've never seen it like before, since, after, whatever, like in my actual chat. They get into the League chat and suddenly like a switch was flipped and they got really fucking Nazi, like typical League toxicity. And I've never streamed League since because it was a custom game. There were absolutely no stakes, and someone was being such a sweaty, toxic tryhard. And it was just like, I don't want to see that side of you, chat. Like, I'd rather not know that you're like that. Like when you just like get like fucking jump scared by like a little piece of information you didn't want to know about someone. Like, they, before likes were private, they liked something like fetishy on Twitter or something, and it's like, it's not inherently a problem, but you didn't need to know it about them. I didn't need to know that my chat could be like TMI. That because of League. Yeah.
I was the opposite. I have, my chat is super sweet and they're lovely, and I'm very parasocial to them, where I'm like, I love my little cinnamon toast flavored blockheads, my little creatures. Wow, my kids. And I played Splitgate with them, and the entire time I was shit-talking my own viewers so much, and it was so sad because clearly a lot of them don't play FPS games. So while we were playing it, the entire time I was like, get better, you fucking trash, you're horrible, you're the worst, fuck you. Maybe if you actually fucking put the control in your hands when you were playing, you'd actually be able to hit something. I was teabagging them. I was actually teabagging my own viewers.
Honestly, though, that's kind of funny. Like, I had this whole thing. I don't remember what the context of it was, but like, I think I was playing Silk Song or something, and like, I called someone in chat a little bitch. And it was like, it's always tongue in cheek, but it was really funny because people were like, chat member probably liked that. And I was like, oh yeah, chat member's probably sitting there like, oh, today my streamer called me a little bitch, and it was the best day of my life.
Thankfully, I don't think I have chatters like that.
I don't remember what the full context was.
I think that's a general thing on the internet where everyone nowadays, again, that's leaning back to the conversation of people making sexual humor a little bit more normalized. Where I think, like, if you try to be mean to anyone nowadays, they'll just be like, I love it when you're mean to me instead. Why don't you call me a bit? Actually, I know this is proof that there are some people in my chat that like that, because I get DMs from people on Twitter that are like, hey, can you call me a little bitch? I'll pay you. And it's like,
I don't get those DMs, so I don't know, man. My chat does it for the bit. Like, you know, I mean to an NPC, and then chat will say me next and post like the limes butt emoji. That's as far as it goes with me. You got the actual freaks.
No.
Like, no, you
My chat
got
is not
the actual.
Like that. It is
you're
only
like trying to be like, oh
DMs.
yeah, no, my chat's like that too. They DM me for like degrading sexual favors. I'm like, no, bro, no, you've gone too far. That's not me. That's not me. That's weird. That's actually weird. Get away from me.
Those are people that don't watch my stream. Those are people that don't watch the stream. Those are like casual YouTube viewers. But like most of the people that watch my stream are not like that. I swear to God, my viewers are not. They call me dad, and if anyone is like, oh, Joel, you're kind of sexy, they're like, ew, what the fuck? So they weed out the freaks, and then most of the people that are freakish kind of just lurk, or they'll watch via YouTube, and that's it. I gotta defend them here. I gotta defend them here.
That's fair. No, we had this one person, and I feel bad because maybe they still watch occasionally. I don't know if they do. But they kind of like, you know, when someone has a fetish and they think they're so fucking slick about it, but everyone has their number. And it was like this person, like they had Chatsbury knows this is gonna be the fart fetish person. But they would just be like, and they did it in a few different chats, because I got a DM from someone who was like, do they do this to you? It's like, no, actually they moved on because chat like started shaming them for it. But it was like they would just be like, you know, they would post like, you know, an image, or, you know, a VTuber's emote, and then a little like cloud emoji, like, and it was always sort of like, you know, oh, wouldn't it be terrible if the streamer had like did a stinky fart? Wouldn't that be so awful and disgusting? Wouldn't it be awful? Wouldn't it be awful? Let's talk about how disgusting and terrible that would be, and nobody would like that kind of thing, right? And everyone was just kind of like, we know what you are. We know what you are, man. It was awful.
I think I just got traumatized just from hearing that. I think that was trauma. That was traumatizing to listen to that. It's fucking awful. I don't know if I've ever had somebody with a secret fetish. I feel like it's always pretty. No, I don't know. No, there was one guy. There was one guy that we banned. That I gave so many fucking chances to stop being weird. I think I gave him 4 chances.
The same here. It was the same thing here. Yeah, no, it was like it's like so many chances to stop being a freak.
And then don't.
Chat, stop it. My chat's trying to trigger my mods. They're posting like the butt emoji with the cloud, and my mod is just like, don't you fucking dare.
My mod, yes.
I can see you in there. Don't do it.
It was the doll womb guy. It was a guy who was really interested to see if I had women parts, and was like, woo. And we gave him around 8 chances to not 8 chances, that's way too much. We gave him like 3 chances not to be a weirdo. He got timed out 3 times. He's actually one of the reasons behind our 3 warning rule before a ban happens, where now we warn somebody 3 times before they get banned. But it was, that guy was fucking insane. My mods actually were kind of mad at me because I gave him 3 chances because they wanted to ban him immediately for being a fucking freak. Actually immortalized via rules.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like sometimes people are like that. Like there are people who stick with you. Like there was one guy who came in. This person didn't get punished because it was funny as fuck. But like it was an absolute Giga Chad move. I can't remember what it was. I was playing like Prince of Persia or something, and they were like, "Hey, new viewer here. Love your gameplay, but could you like remove the avatar from the bottom corner because my girlfriend might leave me." Or it was like that kind of tone of message. And honestly, it was just really funny. It was like very I think that, you know, that's like Giga Chad chatter.
Hey, love your streams. Can you get rid of that little little fucking avatar in the corner, I'm scared that my friends are gonna beat me up for it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get judged as a freak. Like, I'm okay if you're being a freak on the internet, but I don't want to be associated with that.
I wonder if you could lie and just be like, I'm watching anime, or if that would make it worse to his friends if they're already getting mad at him.
I don't know, man. I don't know what would make it worse.
I actually think one of the reasons that my chat is so normal is that it's very varied. Like, I don't have an exclusively one gender chat because we are kind of mixed gender here. It's almost like a I think we have 50-50 viewership for the most part. I think it was 48% women, 48% men. It swapped over a little bit, but then I checked it the other night and I was like, oh, it's still 50-50 when I checked for the whole year. And because of that, I think it actually made everything a lot cleaner. I feel like if you have overwhelmingly women or overwhelmingly men watching you, that's when there are more freaks in the audience, because then it's like when it's more gendered, I feel like there's more people that could be a weirdo. But because I have such a 50, I'm just bragging at this point. Chat, post the fucking demographic brag emote. I like bragging about it.
I see the demographic brag. Mine is not that. But interestingly, like, I've never really found a problem. Like, my audience is great. I love my audience. But one thing that I find is interesting is, like, the demographic thing is very skewed male, last I checked. But actually, a lot of the time when people come to say hi to me at, like, meet and greets, a lot of it is women. And then I'm like, oh, you watch me
more
too?
Outgoing.
Hi! Yeah, I don't know. It's like, maybe they're more likely to go to
con. Does your voice get higher when you see a girl come to your meet and greet?
I mean, my voice gets high whenever I see something pretty, man. Like, the girls come and see me and I'm like, oh, hi!
Men, you have to start going to Lime's meet and greets wearing dresses. You're gonna have to dress up.
I have a cosplayer who he cosplays as me, and he attends my meet and greets as me. He looks very pretty. Very pretty.
That's so fun. What did? Hey,
yes,
can you get rid of?
Leon? Hey, Leon. Leon cosplays as me, but it's like, it makes me laugh because you chose the winter cosplay, and then you came to see me in, like, California during summer. And I was like, no, you're going to die.
We have two
scarf and sweater.
That I want to.
Oh, really?
Hero and Chris, thank you guys for the raids. I'm hanging out with Limes today. Also, Throwaway in the chat said, hey, I love your channel. Could you get rid of the doll on the left? I don't want my polycule to leave me. That's it. I wanted to read that one out. That's cool.
That's a very good one.
I'm glad that Lucifer cosplays you. I have only ever had, dude, you know what pisses me off, actually? I've had multiple meet and greets in my storied career as a anime woman on the internet, apparently. And I think for like half of them, I would have people cosplaying me at the convention, but they wouldn't cosplay me at my meet and greet. So they would go around in PorcelainMaid cosplay, and then they wouldn't go to my fucking meet and greet wearing my cosplay. So they would literally be cosplaying me and then not come to the meet and greet as me. What the fuck? I only had my first cosplayer come by, like, after 6 other cosplayers basically fucking, like, shied away from coming to see me in cosplay.
That is amazing. I think the closest thing to that I've had is I had an absolute Giga Chad show up in a Yoklesh t-shirt, which was totally fine. And I was like, yeah, Yoklesh, she's so beautiful, such a good artist, I love her. And then, like, we took a picture together, blah, blah, blah. And then Yoklesh messaged me a little bit later and was like, I had someone show up to my meet and greet in your t-shirt. And it's like, wait, so you showed up to her meet and greet in my shirt and my meet and greet in her shirt. Why did you do that?
That's actually really fucking funny.
Did you not want to look too over eager, man?
I love that, dude. I've had pretty good meet and greets, I feel like. The only time I've ever had a weird meet and greet, and I've told this a couple of times, I went to a meet and greet at a convention that I'd never heard of before. I don't remember what the convention was. It was an 18+ convention, though. And during my meet and greet, one person came by who didn't know anything about VTubers, but apparently it was a dude going to every girl that he saw on the screen, like every female model, to go talk to them. Oh. And here's the thing. Did you jump
scare this man?
Well, I think I traumatized him instead, because as soon as he turned on the headset to talk to me because it wasn't a live mic, it wasn't a speaker, it was headphones. He put the headphones on, he heard me speak, and he said, "You're a man? What?" And then he like took off his headphones and he went to look at his buddy and he was like, "This one's a guy." And his friend was like, "Yeah, some people do that." And he was like, "Do you want to talk to them?" "No, I don't fuck with that." And I was like, "What?" I am not sitting here from a guy who actually apparently was harassing all the female talent that were there. And the thing is, I did try my best to have a conversation with him. He was wearing a Nezuko from Demon Slayer waifu shirt.
Nice.
which was definitely a part of it that kind of gave some vibes off. But when I talked to him and I was like, "Okay, well, what VTubers do you like?" Because he seemed like he wasn't like rude. It didn't seem like he was a piece of shit like his friend, right? So I tried to have a conversation. And then I asked him, "What VTubers do you like?" And he was like, "Oh, I like Gargura." And I was like, "But you just talked to like 17 VTubers." And he was like, "Oh, well, I like," I don't know. I just wanted to talk to them, I guess. And it was just a really awkward conversation. But it's really
honestly,
fucking
like,
funny.
It is funny. Like, I think I've never had a bad meet and greet in terms of all the people who come to the meet and greet to see me are really super sweet. I've never had a situation where anybody has ever made me feel uncomfortable. They've all been such lovely, kind, sweet individuals, and it's really nice. But like, and even actually a couple of times I've had people who be like, "I have no idea who you are, but I wanted to come and say hi. I hope you're having a great day." And it's like, that's really sweet. But once or twice there has been someone who's clearly there just to try and be like, "Haha, I am so funny, teehee, this whole thing is very silly." And like, that's fine, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like, I handle it fine, and it's just like, you're at an anime convention, man. Like, but the VTubers is a step too far. Like,
I agree. Most meet and greets I've ever had have always been incredibly pleasant and lovely. Even the ones I've been in ones out of the country too, and they're always really fun. But there always sometimes is like one or two people that are like, I don't know, they're kind of weird. Especially the people nowadays that are like looking at VTubers like there's some kind of dystopian thing, as if it's not just a fucking guy in a mascot like in a baseball game. They're treating it like it's super fucking weird.
But that's the thing, like, specifically, like, you know, if you don't get it, that's totally fine. But these people are at an anime convention and then acting kind of like, you know, you're the freaks kind of thing. It's like, brother, you are at an anime convention and there's no shame in that. But for you to be at an anime convention and then be like, "No, the people who have like the people who are mascotting as VTubers, that's a step too far." That's kind of weird. It's like a weird line for me specifically.
Very weird. Like, they're treating VTubing like it's something super weird when it's literally just Twitch streaming with an avatar. Like, I don't know.
It's like it's like, I'm down with the really weird anime, like, that's like I wouldn't want my parents to be watching, but VTubers, bleh, I don't understand that at all.
Walking around on a fucking computer screen? Oh my god, it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
It is really weird how people treat it like that. It's very silly. I mean, like, it truly is just a regular streamer, but wearing, you know, a mascot costume over everything, and there's not really much else difference to it.
Wearing a skin suit.
Yeah, it really is just wearing a skin suit. Actually, speaking of wearing stuff, we've both done meet and greets in other countries. I have a confession to make. I actually have a tier list, and then I'll let you go because I know it's getting late for you.
Yeah, no worries.
And you already reached the 3-hour mark, so you've actually done more than enough.
Okay. Released from my duties. It was such a prison to be here.
You can go to your burrow.
I'm gonna eat.
Without my wallet. You have to leave that here. I have been secretly ranking the countries and areas that I've been going to based on the fashion of the people that come to the meet and greet. And I have found that Filipinos truly are the swag-filled people that everyone calls them out to be. Filipinos have been had the best fucking fashion. When I had a meet and greet, I've had meet and greets in Brazil, and the Philippines, and a lot of different areas in America. Filipinos have won my heart because everyone that came to my meet and greet in the Philippines was dripped out of their fucking mind. And it was, I didn't see a single graphic tee the entire time. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I was like, holy shit, they are fucking dripped out, dude.
That's honestly, that's really good. I've not been to one in the Philippines. I've not been to one in a country that hasn't been like, oh, no. I said I've been to ones in Europe, which I don't know if I necessarily count as being to like not English language, because like they all know fucking English perfectly. It's really annoying.
As long as it's a different country, right?
Yeah, but as someone from the UK, like there's always this really funny thing that in Europe everyone knows two languages except the English because everyone's speaking English, and whereas in like other places in Europe you kind of learn English on top of whatever your country's language is. But yeah, no, I'm trying to think about it, and for me, honestly, like it's been a very mixed bag. Like there have been some people who are so dripped out, but a lot of the time, this is me getting exposed. A lot of the time, I don't know if it's their personal fashion or if they're cosplaying, because I don't recognize 99% of anime characters. They could be cosplaying. I don't know. They might be. That is a problem.
That actually is one of the things that. So sometimes I like to wear really nice clothes when I go outside, and whenever it's at a convention, I always am like I'm kind of dripped the fuck out, but I'm kind of scared of being too dripped out because I don't want to draw attention. So I'm just gonna hope that people think that I'm cosplaying a character they don't recognize.
Yeah, pretty much. I think my funniest convention experience was actually the one time I've been to a convention in person, which was AX, right? And I went completely incognito. It was really funny because there were a couple of occasions where like Bricky would get recognized and I would just kind of melt
every
into the
time you walk around with Bricky. Same thing happened to me.
Nobody would question who I was because I would just kind of suddenly become an NPC and be really interested in something else, kind of thing, or just not say anything. But there was a situation where I was walking around, like, I don't remember which hall it was in, but I think it was like, I can't remember. Yeah, so I was walking in a particular direction, and someone out of nowhere just stopped me and went, "I love your dress." And I went, "Oh, thank you," and left it at that, right? And then, like, I think, I was on my way to I was on my way to like wave at Matara as she was doing her meet and greet at the Vishojo booth, and so did that. Left, blah, 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 came back from AX, did stuff, attended a meet and greet virtually, and this guy comes in and is like, "Hey, I had a weird question." And I was like, "Okay, shoot." And he was like, "You don't have to answer because I wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable, and I definitely won't tell anybody." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "There was a girl with red hair in a dress, and I told her she had a really pretty dress. And she said thank you, and it sounded familiar. And then I saw the same girl at the Vishojo booth. Was it you?" And I was like, "Oh!" They recognized my thank you, and I was like, "Yeah, that was me. Hi."
Dude, I actually had something similar. So I was walking around a convention. This was my first convention I ever went to, and I was walking away from where my cardboard cutout was to go get ready for a meet and greet that I had. And while I was walking away, I met up and I found a Monarch Amelie cosplayer. And I was like, "Can I take a picture of your cosplay? You look so fucking cool." So I went in, I took a picture of it, I sent it to Monarch. I was like, "Look, it's you." And I went to my meet and greet. An hour later, I'm scrolling through Twitter on my phone. That cosplayer was leaving to go take a picture with my cardboard cutout in the cosplay, and it was legitimately after I took a picture with them, they went to go take a picture with my cardboard cutout, and they didn't realize it was me. So after the convention was over, I talked about this on my stream, and the cosplayer was in my chat freaking the fuck out, and her husband was like, she didn't realize it was you the entire time.
And that's funny because I feel like, if they're familiar enough with you to be in your chat, they must know what you sound like. Did you just like, were you as non-verbal as possible?
No,
were you just like,
no. People don't recognize me unless I'm like angrily yelling.
I see. That makes sense. I mean, I guess it's like, in person, especially because I was like, my voice was a little bit hoarser because like the very first fucking night I was in AX, we did karaoke. So I was fucked from the get-go, and then it was like, you know, full days followed by like full nights, and by the time I left AX, I had lost my voice. So it's like, maybe, you know, I don't know if they would have recognized me if I hadn't said thank you. So, but it was like, that was like the trigger phrase. They were like, I know that phrase. She says it just like that.
It's the trigger phrase. We'll do this last tangent and then let you go. But I was doing I was setting up a dinner with a couple of friends, and for some reason they decided to do a meet and greet at the front of the convention. And as I was sitting there waiting for them to finish their meet and greet, I was like, guys, I booked this restaurant. I'm going to lose $200 if we don't go. We need to get going now. And as they were still going through their line and they started doing yap sessions, I started getting mad. I was like, guys, we need to fucking go. And then after I started yelling at them, a new line appeared in front of me of people who were like, wait, are you PorcelainMaid? Because they started to recognizing
on
me.
The internet.
Yeah, they started recognizing me after I was getting mad. But apparently I have a more soft-spoken, chiller voice whenever I speak off stream. I don't recognize it. I don't think I do. But apparently without the microphone on, I sound less projecting. I don't know.
For me, depending on who I've been around, if people are meeting me in England, I sound more English when they meet me, because like when I'm surrounded by English people, it's like you code switch. Whereas if I'm on stream, like I sound more American. So like I've been told that in person I sound more English.
You should swap that, like, so you can use it as a disguise, like an American disguise whenever you go to conventions.
Well, I think when I'm like dealing with like restaurants and stuff, I do go back American again, because I'm a little, like, if I'm nervous, and I will regularly have servers be like, so where are you from? And I'm like, here.
Chav mode activated. But all right, I will let you go back to burrowing your hole. Please just don't do it inside my house. I would really appreciate that. Let you go to bed.
I'm gonna take the spoils of everything, like whatever it was that you gave me, and also this key. Goodbye.
The Elmer's glue. Wait, no, I need that key. I was giving you Elmer's glue. Okay, well, there they go. Do you have anything you want to promote before you go?
I got a maid cafe.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got a maid cafe thing. It's like you can go to the cafe and you can get my katsu curry and my lemon lime parfait, and then also my jasmine green tea bubble tea with cream foam that I always love, that like I lost because they don't do it here locally anymore, and I'm really sad about it. So if you want to know what I was crying about on Twitter for like 2 weeks, you can have some of that. Can
you promote something that will be here in like 7 months if this ever becomes a video? This is going. My editor is going to take a long time before this becomes a video. Can you promote something that's more longer lasting?
So everything that I just said is completely like, that's not happening. That's like in 2 weeks. So but we're fucked then. No, 3 weeks, something like that. No, I don't, like, you know, I can't talk about anything in 7 months.
Her name
don't worry
is
about it.
Limu.
I might have a cover up.
You can go check out Limu.
I might have a cover up. Yeah, go check out Limu. I might have a cover at that point because I'll be out of my liners. I'll be free. Yay!
You won't have to lisp anymore.
I won't have to lisp, and my liners won't cut my tongue, which they just did. That sucked.
Oh, yeah. Ouch.
I'm gonna have to go take them out and eat something. All right. See ya. Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Limes.
Thank you. Farewell.
Burrow. There she goes. No, it's in the house. No. That is a big asshole. Ah, fuck. All right. Chad, go get a shovel. Phrasing? What do you mean phrasing? Oh. There's the misogyny. Man can't have a podcast with some kind of misogyny not coming out. Can't do it. Somewhere in there, he's got to say something about women. He's got to be kind of mean at some point. All right, well, I'm going to do my YouTube outro, and then we're going to swap stream over to doing something else from Porcelain Parlor. I don't know what the plan is for today, but still, let me do my YouTube outro real quick. For those of you that came in from Limes' raid, if you are sick of me and you hate hearing me and my stupid little fucking voice, thank you for watching me hang out with Limes. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the night. Everyone else, we're staying. I'm gonna keep streaming. YouTube. Oh, I should probably be bigger. YouTube! Thank you so much for watching this Porcelain Parlor, aka Date Night, if you're still on YouTube, because I'm too afraid to change the name on YouTube videos. Look, you guys are the ones who keep clicking on the I went on a date with videos. Maybe if you guys clicked on some more interesting title names, I'd be able to swap the title off to Porcelain Parlor. Who am I kidding? Nobody's gonna click on that. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys want to see any of the other date nights or porcelain parlors, you can click on the playlist here, or you can check out the main channel right here and all my other channels, PorcelainMaid, PorcelainMaid VODs, and PorcelainMaid Clips to see any other content that I have. There's also a Best Buy video right here for you, so check those out. Oh, also check out Limes. Click the fucking link, dude. Why are you still watching? Click the fucking link. What do you think? I'm just gonna sit here staring at you the entire... Click the link already. The video's over. Move on with your life. Or leave a comment. I don't know anything about YouTube, but maybe it'll give me a good algorithm boost. Huh? Do something, jackass. Stop staring at me. What are you kind of... Are you into me? What are you, some kind of fucking freak, dude? Are you sick in the head? Huh? Go do something with your life. Watch another video. Go on a run. Get some nice food to eat and then watch another video. Okay, bye.